your game. Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
PUBG Mobile for free.
Welcome to the PUBG Mobile Club Open, brought to you by Vivo.
He's Imperium.
He's Maxman.
And today is day 2 of week 3 of this ongoing semi-final spring split action. Can't wait to see which teams will be able to climb up higher in this leaderboard today, Imperium.
Yeah, of course. We had, fantastic action yesterday between Group A and Group B in the first day of the semi-finals. But of course, today is another day. We have Group C that have yet to step on to the battlefield to state their claim in these semi-finals. If you did miss out on yesterday's action and on any action throughout the group stages, and you want to get up to date, you want to catch up on what has been happening in the wildcard region or any other regions that are being featured, you can head on over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com, check out the VODs, check out the standings, go through all the weeks that we've had already, and you can get up to date.
And also, if you're watching us live from Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, please don't hesitate to hit that like, follow, or subscribe button to be notified when we do go live.
Of course. So let's get into talking about these teams, what they need to do as we go through the schedule as well of what is going to be happening in today. And the matches that are going to be featured, Max.
We're going to have Vikendi, and after that, it's going to be some Miramar action. Spicy goodness coming right now in this PUBG Mobile Club Open. Then double Erangel, as always, at the end. And it's going to be Group A versus Group C. As you said, Group C hasn't played yet. They're going to have to now show what they can pull off in this semi-final phase.
Of course. And yeah, I'm really excited to see Miramar once again. It's been too long. In my eyes, it's been too long. I've been craving some spice
on week
in
1,
Miramar.
right?
Yeah, I know. It was only week 1. Those are the days. Anyway, so I cannot wait to see it today and see how these players have potentially practiced, improved on it, and what kind of strategy they're going to go into it. So hopefully we'll be able to get up the current standings of where these teams are lying heading into today's games. Of course, like we mentioned, you know, Group A have played, Group C haven't. And with Group C, you know, they've got to aim, looking at the top teams, Maxman, they've got to aim to be heading into about 9,200 points after today's games, because right now the current leader is Camp to Win. So we're going to be able to check out as far as what the teams in Group C are going to be able to pull out of the bag.
Yep, some of the big names in Group C, you're going to have teams such as Trust the Process, also SOLTISQUAD. So if you guys followed the action, we had in the group stage, it was Team Move Out from the POW that did rename. So they renamed now to SOLTISQUAD. So if we call a team SOLTISQUAD, it's basically Team Move Out. You've got other teams such as also sngclub, the snakiest of teams that are going to be playing today versus Group A, and a lot of action that's going to be coming up top. Also, we have Esport, which, if you guys didn't follow up on that, Esport was normally below the 24th position in the group stage. Yep. They were able to make it up to 24th position and get to the semi-finals because we had some rule violations and some teams, such as Team AR, did lose points. So that was a good opportunity for Team ABBA. So they got to try and redeem themselves for like their normally like failure in that first group stage.
And that's the thing. Like, and even then going on to the lower base teams like AR, like ABBA eSports, like Headshot, and even the teams that played yesterday, T25 and KharDimaghh, they want to aim for definitely a higher amount of points, looking in around the 20 to 35 minimum points total after 4 games, if they are going to look to step up to get into that top 16 spot.
Yeah, that's the main objective. These teams want to try and get to that #1 spot. So far, the overall leaderboards after yesterday's games for Group A versus Group B. So far, Camp to Win is in leading in the leading pack with also Team Sorry and Team Rose with 102 points. So 102 points in 4 games is your record to beat for these Group C players.
Exactly.
So if they can beat that, they're going to be already a high contender for the regional finals.
But what is very interesting, as I was doing a couple of numbers, running through a couple of numbers yesterday on average points compared to the group stage, it is a lot lower based on match points alone, not taking in kill points, because we both agree that generally players are going to be a bit more passive and teams are going to be a bit more passive, but purely on match points alone in the group stage, yes, the top team had around 19.75 points per game, but second down below that was 16.33. But in this semi-final first day that we had yesterday, second place had an average of 12.75 points per match. That's a lot lower, Max, man. So it's really interesting to see these teams that maybe not performing as well as they should have.
As you mentioned, like just a few, the higher the gameplay, the more passive the early games, they're going to have less kills. And,
yeah.
As you can expect. Anyways, right now you are seeing the leaderboard. We mentioned it a few minutes ago. So Camp to win 102 points. That is huge for themselves. Like Camp to win, they dominated yesterday's games. Camp to win, they got 23 kills, 79 position points. So game number 1, they got 8th position.
Yep.
Then game 2, 2nd position. Third game, they got the chicken dinner for themselves. And 4th game, they got 3rd position. So they are a big contender for the regional finals.
Did you know in the group stages alone, after 12 games, they only had 190 points. So they're already halfway there. They're already halfway to their total points in the group stages. So it shows that they've really stepped up their game. They've really looked to go into these semi-finals all guns a-blazing, no pun intended, Maxon. So it's really good to see, looking at these tournament stats between Camp to Win and SRY. Yeah. Both have played 4 matches standing 1st and 2nd. We do see that SRY, they've gotten a lot more kill points, Maxon, but they've had a couple more inconsistent results. And I do think overall that's going to affect them.
Yeah, because SOI, they got 1 chicken dinner. That was on game 2 on Vikendi. Oh, sorry, on Sandhog, sorry. And so they got that first chicken dinner for themselves. And on game number 1, they got 5th position. But otherwise, game 3 and game 4 on Erangel, they were not even close to the top 5. So they've got to try and, like, once again, work on that consistency we've been talking about throughout the entire spring split. Yeah,
and then we do see the head-to-head between Rose and RGStarTeam lying 3rd and 4th consecutively. Rose, in the group stages, we saw their kill points to be one of the highest overall. They've continued this on heading into the semifinals, but their match point standings have really not been consistent at all, Maxon. Very low down performance-wise. But obviously, they have 4 more games today to step things up.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. Once again, Miramar might be working out for them. So we're hoping that Team Rose can do a better performance today. They did get the chicken dinner on game number 1 yesterday on Vikendi. So they can try. Once again, yesterday, if you did miss the action, you want to check it out, go on clubopen.pubgmobile.com. But yesterday, we had 3 wins going over to the Chinese teams and 1 only going over to Team Nepal. So once again, Nepal, you said they were heating up. Today might be Nepal's day. We'll have to wait and see. But still, China and Nepal are dominating this wildcard series.
They kind of are. And let's talk about the countries that are being represented in today's games of the wildcard region. We have 2 Chinese teams. We have 2 Pakistan teams. We have 5 Nepal teams. 5.
And it all made it through
Nepal teams.
to the semifinals.
Yeah, all 7 teams, but 5 are being featured today. 1 Kazakhstan team, 1 Mauritius team, 1 Kyrgyzstan team, 2 Moroccan teams, a Bangladesh team, and a team from Libya as well. So a lot of countries being represented. Of course, the highlight is Nepal with 5, just because the magnitude of teams they have. So I do expect at least one of these games to go over to the Nepal team. Statistically speaking, they should have the highest
chances, yeah.
You know, but then again, you do have teams like Headshot, Abba Esports, United Earth, as I said, from Bangladesh, Morocco, and Libya, respectively. They want to start making a name for themselves because they are the lowest. They ended up in the group stage. They just scraped their way through because, like we said, you know, Group C are kind of the lowest standings from the group stage. So they really want to start pushing things up forward, rising above the ashes and making a name for themselves.
Yeah, they're going to have to step it up today, Imperial. Yeah. Today is a big starting day. Once again, like, it is just your first 4 games. Every teams are going to play a total of 16 games each. But still, you got to start off to a good start because you have teams like Camp to Win. You just leave them like in the lead for too long, and you will not be able to catch up with them. So today, we're expecting a big performance from Group C and all the teams that are in Group C. Once again, you have Trust the Process, SOLTISQUAD, aka Team Move Out. I'm expecting a lot from them. They have been like a team that's been like focusing way more on their positioning. Like, they've been a team that's been so good on that, and I'm expecting way more, especially on Miramar, where positioning, like, you require to position highly around those, like, mountains, those compounds. So I'm expecting a lot from Team Move Out because they had a huge game. They remember, like, that first game we had on Miramar, and Team SOLTISQUAD, now I'm going to call them, they just dominated Miramar, so I'm expecting a lot from them on this second game today. Yeah,
but then again, you have to start from the beginning in terms of the first game. We're going to be going into Vikendi. We saw yesterday, bit of a passive start. It's always going to be that way as we're going to look through the tournament rules. So yeah, Vikendi, I expect passive play. Yeah, that was, as usual from Vikendi, just go for the coastline. If you did miss the start of the action, don't know how this tournament works, so you see the placement points. So second position, first position, get 30 points. Second position, 22 after 19, 16, right down to 0. If you do get in that 16th position, unfortunately, a few teams did have 0 points yesterday. It was bad, man. Particularly Team OnyX.
Yep, Team OnyX. They got swiped out.
The very first game, they got...
It was Sorry who got them. Yeah, on Vikendi, Team Sorry swiped them out. Yep.
Absolutely not good for them. But either way, they're not playing today, so we won't feature about them. And of course, you get 1 point per kill, Max, and every point does count. We both said it before, we'll say it again, that at the start, I personally didn't think that it would matter too much. It wouldn't make that much of an impact, but we've seen time and time again, it does make a huge difference to the overall standings. In some matches, we've seen teams get twice as many kill points as they do match points. Of course, you always want to aim, but either way, first game of the day, Vikendi rolling on through. The plane trajectory is from north to south, around the mid area, just going through the river, so these teams will want to drop hard, drop fast, and drop quick.
Yeah, we're now going to be dropping on Vikendi. You're going to see already a lot of hot drops right off the bat. I'm seeing Trusted Process. They're going to be dropping really early. I'd like to know what location they're going to go for. Once again, I don't expect many teams to go for the castle location. After Quadcore, they really enjoyed that location in Imperium. They got a nice amount of success on that castle location. They might try and drop for it, but castle is most of the time going to be deserted.
It definitely is. So we do see Hype just playing it safe and going to the far west side of this map, heading towards between Port and Creechas area. Coal mine. SNG wanted to be that first.
Nobody
say so. Is anybody even in this? We do see ABBA, eSports, and Salty just about getting in there. Trust the Process are close to, but no teams. It's a complete rarity, Maxon, that little to no teams are in the safe zone.
Also, you're looking at this zone. This zone is way smaller than it seems because you've got 50% of the zone that's water.
Exactly.
That is huge early game zone. And that's why I think some of the teams like ABBA, Salty, Team Headshot, and ShiNiGaMi Balck, they have to rush for this coastline because that's going to be such an important place. You're almost sure to have a coastline zone next time around.
I guarantee you, they had no plans to head to where they were going. The instant they saw that safe zone, diverted. So we are onto Quadcore. Team 15, Camp to Win are close by. It is by a river. They are going to be looking to move in as quickly as possible into that safe zone. Then on to Nomad Warriors. Nomad Warriors have an impressive day. Yeah. I expected better from them in the group stage. They didn't really deliver. Finished around middle of the pack. Coming to the semifinals, a lot better result.
Yeah, they had a few nice moves this last weekend. They were holding those compounds extremely well, which that was one of their faults, I think, like during the group stage. And now they're playing way more compound focus. And that is, once again, how PUBG works, PUBG Mobile or PUBG PC. Play compounds, play passive early, hold these positions, your key positionings for yourself, and if you do so, you can take the game.
Definitely. You see Team OnyX are hovering that area, that building compound. They're a team that, after yesterday's games, some of the most disappointing results I've seen from a top team in any tournament, in my opinion, Max. Nothing against them, but they're currently lying 7th overall. However, from the group stages, I have no doubt that they will rise back up there.
And they have to, because also in the group stage, OnyX, if you guys did miss the action once again, go check out clubopen.pubgmobile.com. You have all the information up there. But on the group stage, they were the only team to get 3 chicken dinners in a row. So, of course, we're expecting a lot from these teams, from this team and these players. I've been a little bit disappointed yesterday, as we did mention. But once again, maybe yesterday was a bad day. They had bad Chipotle. And today's going to be a better day for them.
That's the joys of PUBG Mobile. You can play anywhere. I'll leave
Even
it
on
at
the
that,
toilet
man.
if you need to.
Hey, no, I didn't want to say that, man.
Oh, come
PG stream. As you do see, RGStar, they had a better result late game in yesterday's games, but definitely not pulling out a level of performance that we've seen from them in group stage. Like I said, yesterday did surprise me. We saw teams pulling out far better performances. Of course, KharDimaghh still in 16th place, only ending on 8 points in total. That's like about 20 points below 15th place, Maxan, in points alone, and that's really not good, because when you look at 15th place, yeah, okay, you're 15th place, but at least you're close points-wise to, let's say, 14th, 13th, 12th, and 11th. KharDimaghh, they're nowhere near there.
Also, like, that was the thing on Erangel yesterday. KharDimaghh were fighting, though another fight's going to be breaking out right now. It's going to be United Earth going to be clashing with some members of KharDimaghh, as we were mentioning it, and KharDimaghh, they have to try and redeem themselves, and they're picking fights early. I would not recommend to do so, especially knowing that they do not own this compound. It is under the control of United Earth. So maybe not the best fight. Also, they did lose a member.
I was just going to say.
5 is down.
Yeah, they have lost a member. 5 is knocked down, but you should be able to survive. Death Shadow trying to shoot with that Uzi. It's great short distance, but long distance, that's not really going to do anything for you guys. Eagle shot and James, I believe we referred to him in the group stages. He's got to move across and join Death Shell.
I'm doing big gestures right now. Don't do it, KharDimaghh, please. You don't need to push this. You got 3v4. The compound is over to United Earth. You got to use his sure is good in close quarter, but 1v4 is not a 1v4 weapon.
Okay, let's look at United Earth. They didn't exactly finish the absolute highest in the group stage, so they are one of the weaker teams. But however, we do see Lucifer got a Molotov cocktail, throws it out. It's going to land by Death Show, but Death Show sees it quickly enough and is able to move out of the way. All that's doing is reposition where KharDimaghh might be placing as OnyX. And T25 get into about a spot there between each other. OnyX looking to climb up those spots. Do knock out Loki. Odin is driven away. That is typical T25 in terms of they split up. They lose 1 or 2 members of their team and then they carry on forward. Yeah.
Once again, but like even then, OnyX shouldn't pick fights. After, like, once again, they had the opportunity, T25 was split, as you mentioned. Like, they can go for it if they can pick kills, but I would not recommend, once again, play passive, like KharDimaghh should be doing. But they're trying to get, they did get in the compound, though. Their Shadow going to go for a little rush around the side. I think he might get peeked out because, once again, TPP, you have that nice aerial vision. And there it is. Their Shadow going to be completely knocked down by United Earth. That's going to be turned into a 4v2 situation, Imperium. And this might be the end of KharDimaghh, but once again, we were expecting way more. And they're going to try and pick that fight, though. Once again, another member of KharDimaghh going to be knocked down. Eagle Shot going to be the last member remaining on their side, and it is a 1v4. The clutch will be really hard to pull off, especially because you do not own that compound, and that's going to be KharDimaghh maybe gone.
I don't get why KharDimaghh kind of went in one by... No, but like, I'm all for taking a risk and taking a chance, but if you're going to do it as a full squad, or do it as a full team. They didn't do that. Okay, Eagle Shot is taking the safer route for now by getting out of the compound, so there's less chance he's going to get flanked into it, as you do see he is driving away. So finally, KharDimaghh making a wise choice. Could it be too little too late? We'll find out in the future, but still 1 member remaining as we are into this game. 7 minutes in, RGStar, aim locker in that vehicle. That remaining kind of duo member of T25, Odin, was one. I think it was Loki was taken out by OnyX.
Oh yeah, it was that.
Yeah, I know. I know. There's 2 other members as well. In fairness, so yeah, we do see that RG circling around. They're
like vultures, like he's somewhere around here. You don't know where, but we'll find you. Can hide, but you can't run. OnyX though, they're gonna take damage from ShiNiGaMi balck. They're gonna be losing Mirza, unfortunately. And that's Wolf getting the kill. Spicy goodness going their way.
Yeah, Vegeta gonna have to drive away. 1 member of OnyX down for the count. It's not exactly what they would wanted. They did end yesterday with 2 good games. That first Erangel game, they had 1 remaining member of the team and they finished in 3rd. So that was pretty good. And then the last game, they ended pretty high on 2nd with 3 members. So they can finish high with 3 members, but of course, it does make it a little bit harder, especially in this Vikendi map. SOLTISQUAD, also known as, or previously known as Move Out, looking to stay in the safe zone. As we get a far better overview of where these teams are lying at, say about 70 to 80% of their teams are now in the safe zone. With of that amount, it's got to be a good 50% of those are very much on the coastline, Maxon.
They saw the zone and were like, oh crap, let's go. We need to move now. This is not a good zone.
Are we surprised though? Are we really surprised, Maxon?
Yeah.
It makes sense. Wise choices coming out from these teams in the semi-final stage of this PUBG Mobile Club Open. We are on to SOLTISQUAD. Let's see, can a different name bring better performances? Can a different name bring worse performances? We'll find out as we do see that SRY coming under a little bit of fire by Trust the Process. Knockdown has come underway. I believe it was one member of SRY was knocked down.
Yeah, well, it was, and they killed him. They killed him too.
Yep. Wow, Jesus.
Let's go.
Just like that. Wow.
Yeah.
Trust the Process.
Very by-the-book kind of gameplay from Trust the Process. Trust the Process, a little bit all around the place in terms of their group stage. They were like having really good performances. Then some games they would rush boot camp or and they would get wrecked by the likes of Team Rose and RGStarTeam. Once again, two big teams, two big Chinese teams in this entire group stage in the group stage of this wildcard series. So I'm expecting them to play way more passive, not looking for as many fights because when they do, it doesn't work out for them. They're way better positioning team than aggressive team.
Yeah, and I've pointed out, and in my as we do see RG taking a couple of hits from, I believe, SRY it was. I don't know. There's a couple of players that are kind of split. It's it's T25 Odin and SRY and RG are in there. RG playing very passive in terms of getting out of there. Is that kind of showing being wise? Yes, I would say. But is there a certain element of maybe their confidence has been knocked and they need to kind of warm up a bit? Maybe they need to scope out the area because we saw in the group stages they seemed a bit more aggressive. But in semi-final stages, a bit more passive.
You know why they're playing passive? Because it's not Pachinki and it's not bootcamp. That's why.
Boom.
Boom! There it is. But like once again, as you expected, like the higher level of gameplay, the more passive early game you are looking for. Even though this zone might be forcing way too many fights early on, you saw a lot of teams like you said, like maybe 70 to 80% of the teams already in the zone on that coastline. Might be clashing soon. The next zone is going to have many teams going down.
I cannot
If it's an inland zone, this is going to be complete mayhem.
Well, yeah, and that's it. I don't think it will be. I think it'll more it'll stay coastline, but I think it'll condense from north to south, if that makes sense, Maxon. So we'll see these coastline teams come closer and closer together. Team Headshot, good team from Morocco.
Also, Team Headshot, their spawning was only 3 players too, just like T25. So a lot of teams spawning with three players. Very unfortunate. That's going to be that's why, especially when you got only 3 players, you want to play even more passive than 4-man squad. You want to try and play aim more for those positioning points than those kill points. Going to be way more valuable on the long run for you. As Team Hype, they're going to be just lurking around, holding compound. Team Hype also a team that made it through towards just over the top 24 position. So we're expecting also a lot more from this Nepal team, Imperium, as the zone is about to close up. Will it be another coastline zone? We'll have to wait and see.
I do, like I said, I do think it'll come in from north to south, and I actually do think that's a better advantageous wise for the likes of ShiNiGaMi, balck, and Quad, because the fear for SRY, Maxman, is that they're in the middle of that coastline. So they're going to have teams coming from the left and to the right. So when you're on the side of ShiNiGaMi, balck, not only are you in the coastline, but there's a far less chance that teams are going to be coming from the right of you or from behind you so that you can close in a much easier way. But we do see a little bit of action come down between SNG as RG parking up their vehicles.
It's not a garage.
They've made home. They're going to cook some dinner, have some tea before this next zone closes in. But that, it's really clever play because when you hide the vehicles and you don't expose them, the enemy has no idea you're there. Obviously, once you're not making any noise. Whereas when you park in, as we've seen plenty of times in the fun moments, teams just go in with a vehicle. On a serious note, later on, a team is going to see that car there. They're going to realize that it didn't spawn there naturally, and it's going to give them an indication that team could potentially be there.
Yeah, after it's good hiding out there, and it can also surprise some enemies if you have to reposition. Can just you have that car still available around you, so it feels good to have that.
And also, of course, it protects the vehicle from being blown up.
True. Also, it's not a Michael Bay film, so you don't want to.
I like that actually. As SNG,
they're still
very safe.
They're rotated.
United Earth. Moving in, still a 4-man squad under a little bit of pressure from a health point of view, but that's only because they've come in from the blue zone, so they did take a little bit of damage. Team Hype, one of these 5 Nepal teams being featured. Of course, in chat, whether you're watching us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, give us a hashtag on what country or what team you are supporting. We did see yesterday, Max, and there's a lot of hashtag Nepals whenever we did say that. So I'm kind of expecting the same again. But if you're supporting any of these other countries, give it a hashtag.
Yeah, added little chat also, as I mentioned yesterday, was ELEMENTRIX. Even though they're not playing today, they are in Group B. They've been loving the support, and like, thank you so much to the Nepal community. Also, yeah, the community supporting their regional team. You guys are fueling your team to actually make it through to the semi-finals. So keep on being you. Thank you so much for being awesome, as we are going to have a little bit of a point of view right now on these other teams. And once again, Eagle Shot, lonely, feels bad, man. Just like me.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
We all thought it, Imperium. It's fine.
You just memed yourself, boy. As you do see, Quadcore still holding their position very nicely, very effectively. They are on that kind of coastline safe zone. As it's going to start moving in sooner rather than later. They're close to ShiNiGaMi, balck. It's starting to move in quickly. The likes of United Earth and that final member of T25 are going to have... Sorry, one of those 2 members of T25, they're split up. They're separated. They're going to have to start moving in.
Where's the zone going to be? Let's go. It's going to close up. It's still a coastline zone, so the likes of Team ABBA, OnyX, and also ShiNiGaMi balck are going to be in a really good situation. Though you have some teams that are in the central part of all this, such as RGStarTeam, Salty, Camdwin, might get taken down from afar. They're going to have to be very careful. The next zone is also going to be very important.
I don't want to say I was right, but I was right. I did say it was going to move down from north to south. I did say that.
You know, it's randomly generated, right? you were lucky.
I'm not saying I had control, but, you know, when you're good,
you're good. Do you mean like on day 1 we were like talking about the god of the zone? Are you the god of the zone?
I am the god of the zone.
God damn it.
Yeah,
wow.
I know. I've been exposed. I've exposed myself as Headshot moving in. Savage has taken a little bit of damage. I like the fact that straight away, even though they weren't far away from that next safe zone, they moved in quickly, because what that's doing is, obviously you're not going to be taking any blue zone damage when it starts moving in, but it just, you're positioning yourself just that little bit better and better. As you do see a loot crate going into this sea, it does have an all gate 3, look, an 8x scope. That could be potentially beneficial, but is it worth the risk with so many teams in that coastline area?
We saw people go for it. Did it work out? Nah. Not really, Imperium, so please don't go for... No! Okay, there's no one around, but he's going for it. He did not hesitate whatsoever. Like, let's go, let's dip in.
At least it's only 1 member of SRY, so hey, look, there's still a... Well, actually, no, they were down to 3 players, so that is a bit riskier coming out from SRY, Maxon. So let's see how it pays off. It should, but there's always that risk as Hype occupying just outside that safe zone on the north compound area of this map, wanting to move in sooner rather than later. We are getting 60 minutes into this game, 10 seconds until this blue zone comes in. As we get further into the game, the blue zone starts moving in that little bit quicker. We're going to get these teams condensing sooner and sooner towards each other, and more battles will commence. We're
slowly going to get to zone number 4 again towards our mid-game, ladies and gentlemen. A few teams will be swiped out very shortly. 16 teams are still on board, 56 players all around. Did lose a few members earlier, but no teams wiped out whatsoever. So still nicely done for all of these teams, playing way more passive, which is expected, as you said earlier, Imperium. Though, Nomad Warriors are going to be also with 4 teams. You have all of those top teams on the right of your screen, such as United Earth. Also then KharDimaghh, once again, 1 player, T25. They did play Super Split. As we said, don't do that, T25. Yep. It doesn't pay off. Nope. Like, it paid off for them, like, in what, 1 game, I believe?
Maybe,
Imperium?
yeah.
1-2 games maximum.
But every game's going to be different.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, the interesting thing is that SRY and OnyX, they only have 3 players. They're 2 of the top teams that I consider 2 of the top teams. So they are a man down compared to the other higher end teams that we're going to see in this game 1. So let's see how they respond to that, how they look to build their rotations and their positioning around that.
United Earth, the team that was able to make it out of the elimination zone during the group stage. We're expecting a lot more, and they've been playing passive, which I do personally really enjoy. So thank you very much, United Earth, for still being around at this point. We are now almost 18 minutes in. The zone is still closing in.
They're only here because you said that, by the way. They were going to leave, but now that you said that, they're staying.
Oh, where's the zone? Imperium, coastline or not?
It's going to still be coastline. Still coastline.
Coastline? Okay.
It's still going to move from north to south.
It's going to be
and
coastline.
Obviously inwards a little bit. It's cool. Like, it's like I could do this in my sleep.
Rigged.
What, Kappa?
Rigged.
Rigged?
It's hella rigged.
Well, no, on a serious note, it is condensed quite a good bit on the water. We've lost about 50 to 60% of that water zone. Actually, probably more, in fairness. So that does make it a bit easier for these teams. Still, that coastline is going to favor those, but the likes of Hype, they're going to be moving into SRY. And like I said, SRY staying where they are. They're going to have teams moving in from the north, from the south. They could get ambushed. We've seen it before, so I'd like to see how they're going to react to that. Gunshots coming from somewhere around the map. Action is going to start to kick it off sooner rather than later, Max.
Yeah, Trusted Process was on the move. Abbott Esport going to be setting their location over here. You have a team in the distance. That's team, I believe that SNG. Once again, the sneakiest of teams. Their S stands for Snake. And they're going to be trying to... Like, snaking on Vikendi is not the easiest thing, unless you do have a white ghillie suit, which is not called a ghillie suit, I do believe, when it's white, but maybe it is. Not sure. Is it?
I don't think it's called ghillie suit. I forget exactly what it's called in fairness. But either way, SRY coming into contact with it is SNG. Let's see how SNG can respond to this. It is a 4v2 situation though overall. We're gonna see that now. The Snake is gonna get knocked down. SNG is gonna be responded on SRY. Let's see what they can do. Alex is knocked down, Maxman.
And that's going to be SRY just swiped out Imperium. First team, number 16th position. They were number 2 in the overall standings in on yesterday, Imperium, and they're going to get swiped out first. As United Earth, they are on the move, going to be facing up against Quadcore. But they do have a knock then on United Earth. Maybe the time for them to actually try and turn it around. Doesn't seem like they will do that. Does reset back up. Grenade's going to be flying low. No one going down right now. But still, like, that was a really nice fight coming out. But unfortunately, SRY, like, disappointing.
Even though SNG had the obvious man advantage, we talk about how sneaky they are as a team. They can play aggressive. They can get those shots off when they need to. And they got that squad out. So well played to them. However, like we are seeing United Earth and Quadcore potentially going at each other. And then we do see RG and Trust the Process very close to each other. Like I said, these teams are going to start getting closer and closer to each other. Very middle of that safe zone.
Coastline or not?
It's not going to be coastline.
I know it's not coastline.
Just like
maybe. There's a little chance of it being coastline, but it's not. So look at these teams, which are going to be Quadcore and United Earth. They're going to have to rotate in zone at some point in time, so they might have one of those teams actually swiped out. Ares of Team 325 is on his own once again. He's playing on the very edge of the zone, aiming for those positioning points, which you are expecting. So I do really like that. But a lot of teams are going to start clashing right now. We still have 15 teams all around the board, and now you're going to see some teams like taken down.
Also, we're looking at this, Maxman, of United Earth and Quadcore. They're right outside the say so. They've only got 30 seconds until it starts moving in. So one of these teams, in my opinion, have to make a decision. They have to really start to take control of this team fight. When we look at the health bars, Quadcore look on top. They're closer to getting outside, to getting inside the say zone, so they can stay where they are. However, United Earth have got to start making a move. Talk about making moves. ShiNiGaMi, balck moving into where OnyX are. It's going to be a 4v3 situation potentially.
Yeah, and OnyX, they have the compound for themselves, so very little coverage for ShiNiGaMi balck. Maybe not the fight you want to try and pick, but at that point, you have to move inwards, and the only way you can do it is to go through that compound, Imperium. So they're going to have to do something. After we did see some compound rush, it did work out, especially for Team OnyX. They know how it works out. Going to have another fight going on all around the board. They're going to get sprayed slowly but surely. Look at that. ShiNiGaMi balck taking heavy damage. One knock, 2 members extremely low, and the zone right behind them, and it is closing in. And this might be the end of ShiNiGaMi balck as they're going to get pressured down by Team OnyX. But they're going to be rotating in the background, though, ShiNiGaMi balck. They have the smokes. They're going to try and make a smoke road for themselves. Yeah, try and rotate back. But OnyX seems like they might want to leave with the car. I'm not too sure. It seems like it.
So Hal, in my opinion, needs to get in that car and he needs to get the hell out of there. Don't worry about the rest of their team because the play zone is going to do far more damage than you expect at this point in the game. Plus, realistically, OnyX, they need to start moving into the next safe zone. So they're not really going to look to do that much damage onto ShiNiGaMi balck.
The zone is doing an insane amount of damage in PM. They're going to have to move right now. And ShiNiGaMi balck, they're going to be losing Wolf right now. That's going to be a huge loss for themselves. One of the shot callers for their team.
True.
And now Sohail is going to have to run. You said use the car, but once again, when you use the car, you're very predictable. You're going to have another fight on the typically top of this mountain. It's going to be United Earth versus Team High.
Nixon is just in that car in the background on the side now. He's gotten out of that car. He's going to look to heal up. Snake is behind that car, but taking a lot of damage from United Earth. 5 looking to claim the highest spots in the standings as they can, and they're starting it well by being on top of that mountain area.
I'm going to see the zone claiming lives as Snake is going to be taken down by 5. They do have the high ground, especially for 5, so that's going to be a huge advantage in that TPP point of view. Shots fired once again from the back. ShiNiGaMi Balck going to be trying to claim some lives in the background. And they do lose Eshmi, unfortunately. Hype, one more member remaining in Pyramid. That's going to be Nixon. Going to be the last hope for his guys. Can he take the chicken dinner home? We'll have to wait and see. But United Earth, they got 2 knocks down. They did regen back up, so they're holding that position pretty well.
Yeah, but they're going to have to start moving in because we look at even on the side of Headshot, they are going to have to start moving in. It's so normal for these teams that are just outside the safe zone. They have to move in. We talk about it all the time going into these games. When you do stay outside the safe zone, Maxman, yes, that's not a bad idea, but when you get into these team fights, you have to make decisive decisions, and ShiNiGaMi Balck didn't. They paid the price. We were going to see now Sohail taking out that final member of Hype on a side note, Maxman. That's nice come out. However, SOLTISQUAD, SNG going at each other just outside the safe zone.
Yeah, Salty and SNG going to be clashing out. No one really going to be picking the fight quite yet. Compound going to be going over to Team SNG. High Ground going over to Team Salty. They both have an advantage to use for themselves. They're not ready to really push the trigger right now, so they're going to take their time. AKM in his hands. AJ is on the move. Maybe also try and pull off the trigger. I don't think this is a good opportunity to do so, especially because your team's a little bit split, so welcome that synergy, and it should be fun. They are holding the position really well. They're also out of the zone, so they have to move.
Exactly. I don't get why they're staying where they are. Yeah. Go to the safe zone and let SNG come to you. At least when you're in the safe zone, you can survive. Ooh. But right now, AJ is so low in health. The blue zone's moving in. He's going to try and heal up, and he's putting himself under more pressure.
Oh, look at that. OnyX on the move. They're going to try and maybe get around the side of Team Salty, but SNG, they're ready to sneak their way up on top of that hill.
We've got 4 or 5 teams around that area, Max. They're
going to be clashing very soon right now. In Pyramid, though, Nomad Warriors, they got 2 knocks down. Satsura and Old, they're going to be still up and running. Quad, they're going to be in that car, going to try and spray them down. But Quadcore, they're going to be losing a few feathers in that skirmish, and they will be losing one of their members.
Yeah, now we do see Quadcore. Adhoc is under a lot of pressure between SNG, OnyX. It's a lot of action going on as SNG Bleak Snake gets a knockdown onto Can. OnyX not doing well. We've got Wolf behind that tree. I think he sees it. He's about to throw a grenade, I believe, before we panned away. Just like that, Panga, and he gets that wipe down on the Snake.
Salty and SNG still clashing. They do have this little bit of a dip to try and regen and back up one of their members. OnyX still going to be losing. Wolf might be the 2 wolves of this entire game going to be taken out. Quadcore, see you later, Alligator. They're going to be swiped out. Pretty nicely done, but those Salty, they are moving out, and that's what they had to do in Pyramid. We mentioned they were staying way too long, and they understood that. They're leaving this fight completely, repositioning inside the zone, and going to try and stop zone for actually getting in. But right now, they're going to have a few little shots back and forth with SNG. Trust the Process also going to try and get Salty. They're going to be clashing. They're going to get third man party by Trust the Process.
There's so many these teams on the edge of the safe zone. I don't get why one of them are not just moving on through into the safe zone as quickly as possible. They just want to hang around on the edge, like on the edge of a cliff. It just doesn't kind of make sense to me right now. But however, we do see these teams are positioned where they are. Nomad Warriors are still in it, and they're going to start moving in. They still have a full-man squad. OnyX down to 1 member. Can is most likely about to lose his life sooner rather than later. Vegeta still has decent health. Look at that overview, Maxon.
We had 15 teams just a few minutes ago. Now it's down to 8. I was going to say 9, but now it's even down to 8 in Pyramid Zone. It's closing up on all of these teams. Salty, they had some knocks. SNG also had knocks. All the Nomad Warriors also had knocks, but they already back up to 4 members in Pyramid, and they're ready to try and smash United Earth, though. They are still going to be holding this compound. It is in zone, so they got a really good location to work with.
Like, look at Team 17 and Team 6. They're the clever cookies of this first game, Maxman. They're in the safe zone. They're nowhere near the other teams having to move in. They don't have to look behind them. They can stay where they are. They might go against each other sooner rather than later. That's Camp to Win and Headshot. Commend them for their strategy going into this first game, Max. And we do see Nomad Warriors taking a lot of damage. Shigar from Trust the Process gets a knockdown, looking to secure that kill, but he's going to compromise his vision. He's not too careful. He turns around, gets another knockdown onto SOLTISQUAD. He doesn't care who they are. He's just going to knock them down.
One-man army. Shigar just going to be wrecking down 2 of those members. Nomad Warriors, they do not have the compound. They're going to have to try and rush in at some point in time. They are out of the zone, so it's definitely have to rush at some point. SNG, they're looking for the rush on side of United Earth. He does get knocked 1-for-1, but unfortunately going to be absolutely overwhelmed by sheer power and will be taken down at the end of the day. SNG, 1 knock, will be able to regen him back up. They're going to be fine. Trust the Process going to be looking to go on top of OnyX. Going to take quite a bit of damage, going to be knocked too. and does get a 1-for-1 trade-off at the end. Vegeta, though, gets another one for himself. Can he get another one? No, that's going to be OnyX swiped out. That was a really nice engage.
It was pretty good from on the side of...
All salty too, though.
Yes.
They're going to try and look to engage that. That is a 2v4 Imperium in that house. They are on the lower section of this house. The zone still closing on through. Essentially, I'm not sure if they can actually make it out of the zone at some point in time. But look at that Salty pulling off the moves, pulling off the skill. Able to get some members down on the side of SNG. They are still up and running. But Salty now, they have one knock, and that's going to be maybe the end of their story. Yes, it is Salty. See you later, Alligator. Same for SNG. And United Earth, they lost one of their members, but they're making up for it, and they're just claiming lives after lives.
It was that Uzi play coming out from... I forget exactly. Yeah, Morello Wild.
Yeah.
Fantastic play. He did get knocked down in the process, but because they have 2 members alive, going to be able to revive, going to be able to recover, going to be able to heal up. We are down to 5 teams, 15 players maximum, getting to the ends of this first game. Headshot and Camp to win. Once again, occupy very nice positions, but the zone is getting closer and closer. Team 16 firing off some shots off into distance. That is United Earth holding out a strong position, finishing in the top 5 at least, maximum, I'd say.
Camp to win, they were #1 after the 4 games of yesterday, and they have the prime position to take this game. They have the zone, they have the high ground. They can dominate anyone that's going to try and force their way into this zone. But now they're just going to hold their position, which is what you're expecting them to do. United Earth, though, they also have a compound, but the zone is slowly pushing against them. Team Headshot going to take a bit of damage from Aldic on the side of Nomad Warriors. Going to be clashing back and forth, but the zone is still forcing on through, and he has to move, he has to go for it. And he might be taken down soon. We'll have to wait and see. United Earth, though, going to be using those smokes as coverage. Trust the process, going to have 2 members very low, 1 member knocked, maybe another one. Vcash, you're the last member on your team. Can you make it out alive? Not too sure. The zone is moving against him. Going to take a little bit of chip damage. United Earth also on the move. Morello Wild will be knocked. 5 last member remaining on their side. Teams going down 1 by 1 Imperium. This is sheer mayhem.
Yeah, well, you see Camp to win turning their attention onto Headshot and get a couple of knocks. However, they're turning their attention onto anybody they see moving into their zone, their position, their Vikendi map in this game 1 of the semi-finals.
They are holding that position so well. You got to praise Camp to win for their compound plays.
100%.
Look, they still have the zone though, still closing up. They do not have the entire house, but they still have a little bit of wall coverage for themselves. 5 still up.
Maximum, they've still got full squad.
They still got full squad, and they against teams are just like wrecked. Look at that, Satsura gonna get sprayed with Yuzi. Brah, let's go. Gonna get sprayed out. What was that? No matter what, he's gonna be using another member.
An Uzi sound?
That's how it goes, basically.
Okay. I didn't realize I was casting with the 5-year-old. What? Kappa, as we do see, Smoke Grenade is going to throw out to give Camp to win a little bit of zoning around there. With that Smoke Grenade, I believe
spotted.
5 is under a lot of pressure, trying to hide into this. Is using the No, we're not doing the whispering bit. Okay. United 5, look what he's doing. Very clever play, because you know the way we talk about how the snow can spot you out? He's using the only non-snow part, the only flowery patch of that land.
You can see also Camp to win. They're trying to get multiple angles of fight. It looks like Loki wants to go for the car at the end. You know that's fine. They are 1v4,
well,
but we saw some 1v4 plays.
It's helping to reposition because they can hide behind that.
Trying to get multiple angles of fire.
And because they're down to beat... Yeah, you've only got United Earth.
I thought he was going to try and roll over him. Camp to win, trying to do the move. B is also out of the zone. And once again, 1v4. A little bit too overwhelming. GG, well players. Camp to win get their 2nd chicken dinner throughout this entire semi-final spring split series.
Yeah, great start by them in this day 2 of the semi-final. Camp to win, not just closing out on top, but they got a good amount of kills. They got 8 kills in total, followed by United Earth. United Earth, they've come out of nowhere from the group stages, also following up with 8 kills. Nomad Warriors, impressive yesterday, even more impressive today with 3rd place, followed by Headshot, Trust the Process, SOLTISQUAD, and SNG.
That was very nice. Yeah, as you said, like United Earth, they were on the lower part of the overall standings last in the group stage, and they've been doing great this matchup. I really love what United Earth have been pulling off. They really stepped up their gameplay. Kind of a few little highlight moments for all of you beautiful people at home. Team OnyX that was on the move, lost Mirza very early on. Mirza, one of their huge players for yesterday for all of their wins and their high positioning points. So losing Mirza right off the bat is a huge loss for Team OnyX.
It wasn't a good start for them in this first game today, and they didn't really close out too well. However, we do see Bleak Snake in these highlights had gotten some good positions. KharDimaghh, they were looking okay, but they kind of occupied, they tried to engage when they realistically shouldn't have. As we do see, the safe zone was making such, or the blue zone was causing such hassle for these teams that decided to kind of camp down in the area. Shigar just turning his attention to one player and another player and just trying to do as much damage as he could with the rest of his Trusted Process team involving heavily going in onto OnyX, knocking them down, but United Earth doing a great job.
Yeah, I really like that engagement from Trusted Process. At the end, they did have to. This was when like the zone was really going badly for most of the teams, except Camp to Win. They really anticipated really nicely that zone, got the prime positioning and that top of that heel in that compound and hold it really well. Once then that spray at the end was the UZ that did spot the last member of Nomad Warriors, the Witch Aldic. It did get spotted by 5. And that was when it was a 2v2, really nicely done. 5 did get the kill. Even though I got to praise United Earth 5, he took the risk of taking that kill to get second position and get way more points for his team. So that was great, and it did maybe give over his location, but it was completely worth it at the end.
It was worth it in the end, but I don't know why he decided to shoot at Lackey in the car, because he's in the car. And yes, you are exposed when you're in the car in some ways, but you also have a lot of protection around you. If he was walking around, then yes, perfect. Would at least have gotten a knockdown, possibly a kill. But by shooting at the car, you weren't going to blow it up in 1 or 2 clips before the rest of Camp to Win caught you out.
After he's just in the car, you're very predictable, so you can probably get a few nice shots. But still, once again, very nice game all over the board. And Trusted Process, they got a lot of kills, actually.
They really did.
2 members was 4.
There was a lot of kills for these teams that finished in the top 5 or 7. The reason why is because this game was so passive early on, and because these teams waited to get into the safe zone until kind of the last minute, and the way it moved in terms of from the water into the inland, we saw a lot of these late game squad fights where we saw multiple squads going at each other. So these teams that did survive to get into the end game, maybe not in the top 3, but at least in the top 5, kind of resulted by getting a lot of kills of the lower teams.
To be completely honest, I have to praise all of the teams that played this first match on Vikendi, because the zone was so bad. The zone was so bad, and still until like the zone like 3-4, we still had 16 teams. And just for that, I got to praise the teams, because you had 50% less zone right off the bat. And that was huge.
True, but then again, like I said, I do think that a good few of these teams made, and it shows because the team that won was a team that occupied the safe zone in a nice way, in a safe way for the whole game, and that was Camp to Win. Yeah, and not enough of these teams did that. So hopefully they'll learn going into the second game, which will be Miramar.
Yep, Camp to Win thinking very far ahead and securing that chicken dinner on Vikendi. Of game 1, we have game 2 that's going to be, once again, as you mentioned, on Miramar. If you want some derby action, we'll be back in just a few short minutes.
Your game, Vivo V15 series, Vivo.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
Play PUBG Mobile for free.
Hello and welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open, brought to you by Vivo. Once again, myself and Imperium, we're ready to go into game number 2 on Miramar.
Oh, Miramar.
That sounds nice.
Anyway, but let's talk about what happened in the first game. Actually, no. Before we talk about what happened in the first game,
Smash.
of course.
The like, follow, or
well,
subscribe
as in,
button.
Are you Hulk? If you have not checked out what's happened so far in the PUBG Mobile Club Open, of course, brought to you by Vivo, the official sponsor, the official smartphone of the PUBG Mobile Club Open. You can head on over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com to check out all of the information. You can check out the previous week's standings, the games, all of that jazz, so you can check out what is going on and get up to date.
Man, it's a little bit high up. Nice. I can actually touch it like that. I'm just on top of the butt. Okay, no, okay, it just feels good for me. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, definitely go check all of that out if you did miss the action that happened during the group stage and the start of the semi-finals. Imperium is judging me super hard right now.
Now you can smash.
Now I can smash. Oh, it's gone now. Oh well, we're just about to jump into game number 2 of the semi-finals. Imperium, once again, as we mentioned, it was going to be a Miramar, the Derby map, so you can't wait to see. Anyways, if you did miss match number 1 and see where the overall standings of the semi-finals is so far, Camp to Win is still in the lead, and they secured this first game today. Got 2 chicken dinners right off the bat.
Yeah, semi-finals being very good to them right now. Of course, most of the teams that are in the top, that are essentially in the top 16, have all played at least 8 games. But obviously, as we will get on, it will go ever closer together as we are into Miramar. I've missed the map, I've missed these locations, and I can't wait to see where these teams drop, Maxman.
Miramar, love it or hate it, it's a map that always delivers in terms of action, in terms of specifically car action. We always have like car moves on this map, really enjoying it. The last team I remember that dominated on Miramar, it is Team No Mercy Imperium. And they just were great. So which team will today be the new No Mercy of Miramar? We'll have to wait and see. I was going to have a lot of hot drops early on towards Minas del Sur. And I'm really enjoying I'm going to be able to speak with the Spanish accent, Imperium, and that makes me really happy.
You're French.
Omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage.
Oui, oui.
La baguette.
J'aime le pain de chocolat.
your name is chocolate? Even I understood that, man. Okay, we do see these teams drop the plane trajectory going from south to north, around the west side of this map. A lot of teams looking to land around just below the water treatment plant, the Hacienda del Patron area, as well as the graveyard. We have a cluster right now of about 8 or 9 teams. Now, with the first say-so, Maxman, the majority of the teams are in there. So that will mean that we could have these teams occupying a compound sooner rather than later, finding a high ground position after they've looted up, of course, and then wait for the zone to move in.
I'm expecting, because of this zone is very, like, most of the teams are in that zone, no fights will break out early on. So as you said, occupying compound, not looking to really go out there. So
yeah,
not many kills should normally happen. We should have a little bit of a repeat of what happened on Vikendi. So can't wait to see that. Anyways, you had like 4 or 5 teams out of the zone. It was towards Minor del Sur once again. And probably a few fights breaking out over there. They're going to have to rotate really fast because this Miramar map is huge in PIM. So when you want to rotate from one side to the map to the other, it's going to take you a little bit of time.
We do see a little bit of action already happening between OnyX and RG. We've got OnyX, RG, and SRY all around the same area. OnyX only got 10 points in that last game, Max, and not what they wanted. They're not having a good start in the semi-finals. I'm not saying they're down for the count just yet, but if they want to start starting their run into the regionals, they want to get it done now. So you see Hype moving in this Nepal Hype train, rolling through these group stages and onto this Miramar map.
Yeah, they're going to try and get on the move. They are a little bit split. Same for teams, sorry, they're a little bit all around the place. OnyX, they're going to have 3 members in the center part of this Miramar map. Spring was Uzi. That's not what you use it for.
It's not really.
Uzi sniper.
Like, I kind of feel like that's just a waste of weapons and a waste of showing off your position because you have OnyX around there. You also do have the rest of the Hype team up in the higher end of that kind of little embankment where that tower is. So, you know, definitely I don't think that was really the wisest choice coming out from Chocolate. But either way, tried to get a couple of sneaky shots on, didn't quite work out as Hype. The rest of their team joined them, try and move on forward away from their team because they had a good result, reasonably somewhat, that last game. Max, and they will want to continue that.
Yeah, they've got to keep on that good start they had earlier in game than one of Vikendi. They did drop hot, and they saw that that city was under control already from from 2 teams. It was Team Sorry, and there was another team.
RG
it was,
and OnyX actually.
It was OnyX, yeah, OnyX. There was also there. So they're just going to leave. Like very nice, cool. I do really enjoy that. RG mentioned RG just on the outskirt of this town, so they're going to be fine. There's going to be that looting up. This town has easily got enough loot for 3 teams, so they don't even have to fight Imperium. No fights for loot needed.
No fights for loot needed. RGStar, who we did see their team that kind of had a somewhat okay round of games yesterday, but not hitting the heights we kind of had seen them in the group stages. They will want to kickstart again. They were even in that first game today. I don't know, like in terms of. They didn't really seem to show up.
I got something to mention real quick for all of you guys at home. Okay. We have now 64 teams on this map. That means we had like 2-3 teams last
64
game.
64 teams or players?
2-3 teams that had only 3 players in their teams, that had a few AFKs. Okay. Now they're all here, so we only have 4-man squads. So now it's even. It's completely even.
Fair.
So
That's
feels nice.
Yeah, feels good, man. Feels good. Feels good. Like, if you want to share that $2.5 million prize pool, you want to start showing up as a little bit of action has been got underway. Looking at around that water treatment plant, the La Hacienda, look at the amount of teams that are in that safe zone. However, there is already a bit of action kicking off outside of the safe zone down in that deep south, but we are on to ABBA eSports, the team that were somewhat lucky, but of course, they still earned their spot in the semifinals, moving up from 25th to 24th. So let's see if they can really take that ball and run with the max, man.
Gonna have to see if that's going to work out for them. Also, Cam to win, the god of the zone. You, specifically Imperium, were on their side last game, and this time they are extremely far from the zone, so they have to try and reposition. If they want the same amount of success as they had as last game on Vikendi, zone going to be very important, especially because you're like Miramar is a zone that relies a lot around this terrain and positioning.
Yeah, United Earth, a team that finished second that first game, Max, and got a grand total of 30 juicy points for their totals for their first game of the semi-final. Very close to SRY, and I expect them to continue with that confidence because they were a team that weren't really doing that well overall in the group stages. So to start off in the semi-finals with 2nd place, good job by them.
Yeah, 2nd place above teams such as HS Headshot, Trust the Process, or Nomad Warriors, which are
and
like
SNG
big teams.
as well.
And SNG also. So that is just a huge boost of specifically confidence for them. So
exactly,
keep the ball rolling, as you said, and they should be able to secure themselves a nice juicy spot in that top 16, which is the place to be to go over to the regional finals.
Of course, we are on to KharDimaghh and Quadcore. KharDimaghh, they got the same amount of points in that first game as they kind of did in yesterday's game, so they're not exactly getting worse, but they're not getting better. At least they're kind of staying consistently okay, but they will want to kind of improve on into these games. We do see now Nomad Warriors, Aldic. Nomad Warriors did finish 3rd overall in this first game, looking to take out one member of Camp to win in that blue zone. He does knock him down, probably going to look to secure that kill. Now, one member of Camp to win is just on his own, so it's a free win as the minivan SRY. Whoever is driving needs to go back and take driving lessons, because also SOLTISQUAD sees that vehicle turning over, looking to take a couple of shots, but luckily they do drop that minivan away around that building, hopefully to a little bit of safety.
A lot of bumps and hills on Miramar, so it's not a very easy place to drive in Imperium. They're going to be, though, fine. They did take a few shots, but now Camp to win, as I said, they had to rotate really early on. They did lose one member. Unfortunately, they had to leave right now, as KharDimaghh are still going to be on the...
Honestly, I could actually just watch, like, hours upon hours of cars driving on the Miramar map. Really, like, it's just so entertaining. It's kind of like something out of GTA, only better, because you don't expect it. Now, we do see that SRY, they've gotten into a little bit of safety, like I said, behind a housing compound. Now, there's the house, and there's also the little bit of a shack. But instead of staying where they are, you're actually driving away. I totally agree with that, Max. I think that's such a safe option for them, because they need a good start to this semi. Well, okay, they need a better start to this semi-final, and that's kind of putting them putting that into their own control, Maxon.
No, they're doing really good. Like, they avoided 2 fights. One with Team SOLTISQUAD and also one with Team United Earth.
Yeah.
They're playing super passive. Once again, the map is really big, so you easily got compounds around there where you can set as your home base. As the zone is about to close up Imperium, where is it going to be? If it's going to be a huge town, that's going to be a really nice position to be in, specifically for Team RG and such and such.
I reckon Headshot might have to move downwards a bit. Obviously, we will find out. They are in the safe zone. I reckon they'll move. They might have to move down a little bit. ABBA eSports should be okay. Hype should also be okay. And actually, those 3 teams are really... Yeah, I did say Headshot would have to move down. But right now, Hype and ABBA, they're really in prime position because they've got no teams around them. Double trouble?
Ooh.
Double loot crates?
Double
What,
the goods.
buy one, get one free? Is it, Max One?
Well, after,
Wow.
is it worth it? Is there good
I
loot?
didn't realise
if there's an AWM, that would be huge.
I didn't realize the PUBG Mobile market has such good offers for these players.
It's the first anniversary. They have to
And
do something good.
SRY landing right in the... It's their birthdays.
Damn, that feels good. You got a Groza. I don't know what's in the other one. If they got a Groza and an AWM, that's just perfect.
I know, really great play. Yeah, 4x scope, level 3 military vest, level 3 helmet. Nice set of equipment for them. It is going to give them overall a bit more confidence going into these team fights, Maxon. So that's going to be good for them. Look at KharDimaghh, mountaintop overlooking the rest of the teams around them. That's a nice position for them. But they are going to lose a couple of their members to RG.
They had a bad first game in Imperium, and they we still have 16 teams, but like they lost already half of their members right off the bat. Definitely a huge loss on their side. And also when I'm looking at T25, they are super split. Once again, just a very T25 kind of move. I don't think it's going to really work out for them. But once again, you never know. Every match is different. It might work out, but on the long run, it's not really worth it.
Okay, Loki, no, not moving a bit, letting RG kind of drive past them. I believe the RG are staying where they are. SNG trying to shoot a couple of shots into distance. SNG had an okay result that first game, Max, on finishing 5th overall. Actually, fun fact about SNG in that first game, they got 10 points, but they got 9 kills. So they got nearly as many kill points as they did overall standard points. So that was a good result for them. But Nomad Warriors, Satsura, following up with a fantastic first game, looking to get a couple of shots onto T25 Aries. Like you said, T25 split up. Nothing much you can do for now, but they are just going to look to drive away because they are outside the safe zone, Maxon.
And Nomad Warriors did secure that 3rd position in game number 1 on Vikendi, so they've got to try and keep the ball rolling once again. If you want to try and keep them good games. United Earth hasn't moved whatsoever from this compound, and I really enjoy that. That's the mistakes they were pulling off during the group stage, and that's what's cost them almost their semi-final spot. But now they're playing way more passive, and I'm really enjoying it. United Earth really being super smart about these games in the semi-finals, taking that $2.5 million cash prize very seriously.
They are, and they're from Bangladesh, really stepping up a gear. Probably have done a lot of practice, put in a lot of time and effort, and it is showing right now. The shack of dreams or death, depending on who you're... I don't know if Aries is AFK, potentially.
He was moving.
He's not... Was he moving around?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not. He's just kind of staying where he is. He is in the safe zone, looking at ABBA eSports right now, also in the safe zone, securing their spot nicely. This is their first semi-final in the PUBG Mobile Club Open. The second game for them, another loot crate has dropped. Let's see what juicy prizes are in store for any team that picks it up.
I want some AWM moves.
Nope,
It's an
still
AUG.
another
Okay,
AUG.
I jinxed it, casters. Curse Imperium. Feels bad, man. But still, they got suppressor for the sniper.
Why did you even have to talk, Max?
Okay, yeah, okay. I won't say anything until I see the loot. Next time we might get lucky.
You know, swear you're casting or something like that, you know? One thing, hey, ABBA eSports are going to pick it up. They're going to get that level 3 military vest. However, do you want to go onto ShiNiGaMi, balck, them and SRY fighting against each other? Wolf with that red dot sight, getting a couple of shots on, but did take a lot of damage himself. OnyX Wolf does take a camp disconnect on the side, on the other side, but ShiNiGaMi, balck, and SRY going at each other. ShiNiGaMi, balck in that building compound, but SRY from a distance firing out those shots. Great play coming out from them.
Yeah, they're continuing to aggress on this compound Imperium. ShiNiGaMi balck definitely on the back foot here. 4v3 scenario. They're losing members one by one. Gonna have a little flank coming out from SRY, one of their members going for it, and he's gonna get the back foot on Chopper. But anyways, they just go for it and absolutely melt to the ground. Team SRY, congratulations.
No, it's SRY.
Oh yeah, man, SRY melt down.
Like I said, why are you even talking, Maxman? Okay, we do see that Safe Zone has moved in very heavily, Maxman. It's going to really occupy the likes of SRY, really going to make them advantageous.
And now RG, they're going to go on the tippity top of this hill, holding this position. Norky, he knows they're around the corner, so he's just not really want to deal with that. Does have trying to get some cover as soon as possible. And RG, they're in the center of that zone. They're trying to get that high ground. Feels good, man, for them. United Earth, they didn't finally move away from that compound. So I'm really trying to see where they want to try and head up. They are trying to get to the really edge of this zone. Once again, they have to try and do that as fast as possible. That's been their default section in the group stage, so they're fine.
Yeah, United Earth occupied a nice position just out on the edge of the safe zone. Like I said in the past, I'm all for being on the edge of the safe zone. It's actually very viable strategy. I seriously, yeah, I know.
I love it. It's so fun.
Every time.
We got more Miramar.
but you got to be able to occupy as people in these cars are just going down left, right, center. OnyX moving in. They're actually going to face up against, I think it was, I don't forget exactly who Team 16 are. Feel free to...
Team 16, I can't see them right now on the map, but we did get two teams swiped out of him, so he's going to be starting a few hostilities. Going to have a Molotov coming out onto Utsagara. Doesn't really connect whatsoever, just going to be spreading it out. Oh, it was a grenade though, so that's really nice. Going to be putting Utsagara very, very low on the side of Trust the Process. Not going to get knocked whatsoever though. Might be want to try and get that finishing blow if they do have the information. Going to try and take that bike. I would not recommend to do so. That is a mistake in my opinion, but he's still going to give it a shot. Is he going to go down? We'll see on that kill board very soon. And he got melted, boy.
Overkill, Maxon. However, the rest of his team, Sugar, following up behind that rock, knocks down, and I think secures the kill onto one member of SOLTISQUAD. So you've got a 2v2 situation, but one of these, Bullet has been taken out. So it is going to be Shagar and Vcash going up against SOLTISQUAD. On a side note, OnyX are very close to their position, just on the edge of the safe zone. It is going against SOLTISQUAD though, so they actually have to move in to where Shagar is. So Shagar isn't going to move anywhere because he can see, he can breathe, he can smell those kills.
He knows where it's at. Look at that north part of the zone. A lot of teams going to be clashing extremely soon to get a nice safe position in zone. They're going to be spraying like absolute mad lads. Salty going for that kill on Vcash, but they are out of the zone in the blue zone. Imperium going to take a little bit of extra tip damage, and that is just trust the process. They can hold that position, and if they do so, they might be able to get that swipe out on SOLTISQUAD.
True, but they do have to be aware that they've only got 30 seconds till that next blue zone side moving in as Pangami gets knocked down. It's one knockdown onto SOLTISQUAD. Trust the process following it up, Maxon.
Yeah, as I said, that's just going to be Salty. Not in a good scenario. They're trying to do the smoke road, but even jumping around not going to be enough. And the Kangaroos or Salty not going to be surviving any further, as Sada is the last member on their side. Trust Process trying to get another angle on top. Maybe they want to try and get that swipe out. They didn't see all of Salty getting swiped out, but it seems like they're just going to give that position away. Don't want to overstay whatsoever, as we have a rotation from Team OnyX, sorry, just around the corner, trying to clean up and get all of those pieces for themselves.
Yeah, that minivan was blown out, so OnyX are under a lot of pressure. We do say that. Mirza has been taken out by the play zone because it was Team 18 of ABBA eSports really pushing their way through and taking out a couple of members of OnyX. OnyX not having a good day today, or even good weekend, Maxon.
Trying to regen back up to 75% HP. Wolf is on the move, but ABBA is still around, lurking there, trying to look if they can get that finishing blow. Doesn't seem like that is the case. As I mentioned, like top north part of the zone is going to be huge teams going down. But that was going to be some nice break coming out. Some Wolf, he might go down, but he's not going down without taking down some of his enemies. ABBA going to have 1-2 knocks on their side. I do believe it's 2 knocks Imperium. But no, that's only 1 knock. But he's going to go for the spray once again. With that M4, very stable weapon. I can just spray like an absolute mad lad. Going to be able to regen back up to 75% HP. Going to go for another spray. Gets another knock for himself. And he's just taking this team on his own. 1v4 as the zone is going to be claiming the life of EOTS and maybe even Sanad.
Yeah, but that was his last first aid kit, Maxon. I really feel like that will potentially go against him. Oh, he's gotten into that minivan. I thought it was actually blown up, Maxon, but it was just on fire. A couple more hits and that will be out. Wolf could potentially lose his life. No, he's just going to try and get
right there. Or he's gonna go out and try and regen. He should be fine if he's got a 7 life. He can regen back to 75 or 100% of his HP. He should be easily get back in the zone. ABBA, Sabri going to be a little bit split once again. Last member remaining. Wolf did a huge amount of work on that team. 1v4 in them completely. And a headshot in 1 bush each. No more spots for you.
Honestly, Wolf is on a race against time. He's not going to survive. He hasn't got any med kits. He's only got the bandages. That's only giving him a small amount of health. And as you can see, he's about to lose his life rather soon underneath the red zone. Trying to go in. Nah, he's going to get knocked out. That's going to be him down and out. OnyX going to be down to one player. That's going to be Cam.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. There's going to be 10 teams all around the board. Like, OnyX is still out in the blue zone, so no one's going to be able to regen him. Khan is just way, way, way too far away. They still have one member, so still opportunities to get those placement points for themselves as the teams are going down slowly but surely, one by one. Trust the process, going to make it out. Might be getting an up and kill on Pacific. I'm not too sure if you actually spotted him out, but RG, they're going to be holding that high ground like their life depends on it.
High ground, they're nearly in the skies, Max, man. They're that high up in the
high
ground.
ground.
high ground indeed. So really, but they are going to have to start moving in. I believe they're going to secure that kill onto Quadcore as well. So that's 2 kills secured onto RGStar. But they are going to have to start moving into safe zone, because when you talk about that safe zone, only one person is in that safe zone, and that's one member of Hype. But not even the rest of his team are joining in right now. 20 seconds until the blue zone starts moving in. RG are going to have to start making choices, making decisions if they want to get into that safe zone safely.
Oh, that's a really bad situation to be in if you are T25. Spren with that M4. Thor going to be knocked. Probably going to get killed too. You're going to be Spren a little bit more. And I don't think Odin will be able to regen him back up. We did lose a member earlier, very early, of T25. He got knocked. I don't know if he actually got killed whatsoever, but that's going to be Odin on his own, and I don't think he can really pick that fight solo.
Just want to point out, those are some really crisp and clean shots coming out from Norik. Like, they were not spraying, they were just on point, accurate, and it's really nice to see. So great play coming out from him and the rest of Nomad Warriors. However, it doesn't surprise me because they've gotten some great results so far. Odin being able to regen up outside the safe zone. We're starting to see this action unfold because we're 27 minutes in. The safe zone is closing in. These teams coming together. Max and Hype getting a kill on 2 headshot.
They're holding that zone really nicely. Some crispy kills going their way. He does have the M24 going to get a nice little bit lock and loaded action for himself. 8 teams still on board. You lost 2 teams in the last few minutes. RG going to be losing AK, going to be on his knees. Going to be the same for Xiaotian. RGStarTeam, one of the highest teams, #1 team in the group stage, and they're getting melted slowly but surely. Hype going to be responding also. And obviously, they're going to get Xiaotian. They're getting melted to the ground in Pyramid, and they can't do anything to respond to that.
OnyX has just been wiped out on a side note, so they are down for the count. They do finish in the top 10 for now. We are down to 7 teams, 19 players alive. Hype looking pretty good, but RG definitely looking the strongest. However, a couple of their members are low in health. They're right in the middle of the safe zone. Team 5, SRY, they're actually looking pretty healthy on a side note because they're on the edge of the safe zone with no real teams kind of behind them, so they can kind of stay where they are, occupy that position. Trust the process, staying strong in this game right now. Still only 1 member left on their team, so we're going to have to be careful. Yeah,
he's going to have to be very careful. No knocks available if you are the last member on your team. RG, they're going to be all in these smokes, going to be fine. Though Hype going to be slowly making their way up there. They might be called out by Team RGStarTeam. Even when you're in smokes, you can have that third-person view to see above it, so you're fine.
True. Look at SRY also occupying. So you've got SRY, Hype, and RG all in that small mountaintop area. We could have a blitz off between these 3 squads, Max, man.
Might be happening very soon. Hype, they're on the lower section of this map. They're going to get sprayed down with that M4. Nicely done by Alex with that time 4. Going to get 1 knockdown on Snake. Now it's going to be turning them down. 2 members still up on Hype as SOI going to be completely overwhelming them with 2 angles of power. Imperium, 1 more member still on their side. They're going to go for the spray for the engage. Does have the smoke though. That was 1 member of Hype that was getting sprayed down a little bit. 17 still up and running. SOI did have 1 knock. He should be fine. Should be able to get regen back up. Yeah, that's going to be just okay for them. But Hype will be taking another member down. And that's going to be them swiped out.
Yeah, Hype have been squad wiped by SRY. Great play by SRY. Exactly what they needed to do after yesterday's games. Get them up on the tippity top of that mountain, Maxman, as they are looking to try and climb up there. Literally face up against RG, or looking to throw a smoke grenade, give them a little bit of protection, because we are getting to the very end with HS Headshot joining in for the fun.
Oh, they're starting to spray down, but look at that. The high ground going to be going to the advantage of Team RGStarTeam. They're not giving over this mountain, Imperium. That's their location. You ain't touching it, big boy. Going to try and respond, though. Like, Chocolate can actually try. Well, he's going to go for a smoke there. Was that, I believe that was a smoke. Yeah, it was a smoke. He's going to try and make his way up there, trying to block that line of sight from RGStarTeam. That's the Scar L. Once again, a very steady weapon, a little bit like the M4. It's a good weapon to trade back and forth with. They're going to try and ease their way up there very soon, as the zone is still closing up, and we're in zone number 6.
We are. Nomad
Yes.
Warriors still. No, sorry.
We are.
We are. With Nomad Warriors, I'm still consistently impressed with how they're doing. I don't know if my expectations have been lowered, but they are consistently now starting to impress me. Still staying in this game on the edge of that safe zone. Odin, even though they had a split team situation, they've actually managed to survive to get into the top 6 or 7.
That feels good, man, for them. Really nicely done. Team Solid is still in the same situation. They did have 2 knocks. They were able to regen them back up, so that's a huge opportunity once again. A Joker going over to Team Sorry.
Look how open this finish is starting to be. It's going to come down to that little bit of position, that little bit of rotation coming from these teams. And if you can get those snipe shots, if you can get those headshots on, you can claim this win. SRY starting to do that. Knocking down, taking out a couple of members of HS Headshot. We are down to 4 teams. Yes, that was HS Headshot taking out RG, SRY, Nomad Warriors. Actually, no, 1 member of Headshot.
They still have 1,
going.
number 17 on the left.
My apologies.
Right now, 4 teams still remaining. It's a very scary position to be in if you are RGStarTeam, because sure, you do have the upper hand on Team SRY and Nomad Warriors, but if you pick one fight with SRY, the other team's going to come up and try and pick that fight.
Bang on, Maxon. So true. Satsora, in my opinion, and the rest of that Nomad Warriors team, they're going to wait in the distance, Maxon. Wait for one of these other teams to start making a move, and we are seeing shots are being fired from somewhere across this small safe zone. Yeah, it could be a small bit of a mistake with one of those buttons, because they are playing on mobile handheld devices, Maxon.
The Nova handheld devices. Vivo. Yeah, like we still have a HS Headshot though. He's still around there. Nicola, and I don't think he got scouted out. He's still like, there are 2 members, but he's gonna try and get some information. No, they're just gonna try and take their time. They are a little bit overwhelmed in terms of like numbers. You have the 3 team members. You have 3 teams on Team RGStarTeam. And wait, they were 4. They were 3.
He has got that on a side note. He has got that Miramar version of the ghillie suit. Maxon, so that could give him a slight level of protection and hidden depths of hidden for his team, as we are going to see this game starting to close out. RG take the fall. They got a couple of kills, but Nomad Warriors respond by getting another knockdown. RG following up. SRY, they're just waiting. They get a couple of knockdowns on the RG. They're going to go on top of the mountain. They're going to try and go up against Nomad Warriors. Let's see what can happen, Max.
They're going to try and get on top of that. And SRY, they waited for the opportunity to try and claim that fight for themselves. Picking another kill, going over to Chocolate. They're going to have 3 knocks on SRY. They get responded straight back by Team Headshot as they just ease their way into that fight with still 4 members strong. Imperium and Nomad Warriors, they just got almost wiped out of the surface of the earth. SRY still going to have 1 member knocked. Alex was just almost no more HP remaining, but on the tippity top of that mountain will be able to regen him back up. Nicola, Aldic, and Satsura from Team Nomad Warriors going to be holding that flank of the mountain, trying to ease their way back up. They are looking to go for it as a 3-man team. I like their synergy, how they're trying to pull that off. Just spraying like absolute mad lads. Getting another lock on Team SRY. Going to be losing 1 extra member. Still 3 members strong for Nomad Warriors. Going to be losing another 1 knockdown. But look at that headshot. He is number 2 right now.
He waited in the bush and he actually teamed up with Nomad Warriors to take out SRY. It was obviously unintentional. So now we have 2 teams, 4 players.
Taking our time, Imperium. Okay. This is very important for Headshot. Okay. Yeah. He can pull off a 1v3. He has the information. He has the 3rd-person view. He has the bush. I'm sorry. I am the bush.
Aldic is low on health.
Aldic is around.
But carefully, he's flanking around. No! He's been That is game over, Max, man.
That was Team Nomad Warriors. You wanted him to show up. They showed up pretty well in game number 1, securing 3rd spot. And now that's the chicken dinner going their way. 3rd and number 1 spot. 2 games in a row. That's huge.
If I'm correct in saying, that's Nomad Warriors' first chicken dinner in this PUBG Mobile Club Open. So great game by them. Followed by Headshot. Coming in clutch, that final member of their team helping to get 5 kills, finishing in 2nd place, followed by SRY, RG, Trust the Process, T25, and Hype.
I was just trying to mark down all of the standings. Unfortunately, didn't have time, but we're going to have a few highlights for all of you people at home. Going to be checking it out. Came to win. They got actually like the winners of a game number 1 on Vikendi, and Miramar not really working out for them. They were very unlucky for the zone. I'm not going to lie. They dropped really early on. The zone was just on a complete opposite. They had to rotate in. They got gatekeeped by a few zones that were like teams that were in the zone. I'm just going to make it through. Very unfortunate for them. That was a big mistake from Trust the Process there. I don't understand why he tried to do that. Don't take the car when you're just solo. You're easily going to be targeted down by a full team squad.
and he was overkilled right now. But they did respond quite well by taking out all SoltiSquad. SoltiSquad got affected by the blue zone, and like I said, and like we were talking about in the break, Max, on these teams that play with the blue zone, it's like playing with fire. You know, yes, you might be okay 95% of the time, but you're going to get burned, and that's what these teams did by playing on the edge of the blue zone, and it didn't quite work out for SoltiSquad. Norik, like I talked about, that was such clutch, clean shots coming out from him to get that near knockdown onto one member of T25, but as you get into the closing stages of this game, RG occupied that little mountain area, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Yeah, that spray was not the best spray there. Now, from still they got the knock. That's what you're looking for at the end of the day. That's when SRI were trying to pull the trigger. That was a chocolate gun against Team RG. Did get a nice few shots, but RG did get wiped out at the end of the day in Pyramid. They were holding that mountain, but it was just way too much. Three teams just around, just lurking and waiting for the opportunity to go in that fight, pick a few kills. Just really nicely done.
And that's the thing. Nomad Warriors did exactly what I said they would do. They waited. They let SRY and RG take each other out. They finished off on the kills. They occupied the mountain. They finished off headshots. So great play coming out for them. And we do see the overall results for this second game, SRY, with those 10 kills once again. High amount, finishing in second place, followed by Headshot, RGStarTeam, Trust the Process, T25 Hype, and Team OnyX.
That is just huge amount of kills going over to Nomad Warriors and SRY. Like you always wanted Nomad Warriors to step it up, even during the group stage in Pyram. And like they're like, okay, this is semifinals. We're going to take this a little bit more seriously, and they are doing that super well. So I'm really enjoying what Nomad Warriors are doing right now, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be able to pull off in the upcoming matches, as the two next games are going to be on Erangel. Yeah,
of course. I gotta say, I am happy with how RG started. They seem to be kind of slowly starting to get back to what we saw for them in the group stages, in terms of kills, in terms of aggression, also in terms of positioning. Like we saw in the middle to late stages of that game, Maxim, they occupied that mountain spot and they were knocking out players left, right, and center. Nobody could do anything about them. Then they moved into safe zone. Getting into the middle of that safe zone was good, but like we kind of talked about, the fear is that you have teams coming from around you, and that's kind of what SRY and Nomad Warriors were doing to them. Yeah. But they tried to deal with it as well as they could. They had plenty of smokes being thrown out. They dealt with any kind of aggression that they could as much as possible. But of course, SRY did get the better of them in the end.
Yeah, GG. Once again, SRY, they got that third position for themselves. Game number one, they win like, what, 6/7, I believe? Yeah. They were pretty high up still, but like SRY, they had a nice game. They did get one chicken dinner yesterday on their side. That was in game number 2 on Sandhawk. So once again, really nice performance for most of these teams. We're going to try, and now we're not going to try. We're going to go over for a little break right now. Do you have anything to add before we get prepared?
I cannot wait to get into Erangel. Very happy to see Miramar being played out.
It was funny.
And those vehicle moments were absolutely brilliant. So yeah, can't wait. 2 more games of Erangel coming up.
Thank you for watching. Once again, if you did miss by any means the action that happened just a few minutes earlier, or even the action that happened yesterday or during the group stage, don't hesitate to go over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com to have all the information on your favorite teams and the standings overall. We'll be back in just a few short minutes for some Erangel action.
Your game, Vivo V15 series, Vivo.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
Play PUBG Mobile for free.
your game. Vivo V15 Series. Vivo.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome your beautiful faces back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split brought to you by Razer. This is the semi-finals. Game 3 is about to unfold under our very eyes, and Imperium, we are ready to bring you the action.
You are, and of course, if you have missed any of the action that we've had so far today or through the previous weeks, through the group stages, you can head on over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com. Check out the standings, check out all of the information there. The link is underneath our beautiful faces, you could say.
Yeah.
I don't know. That didn't quite work out. And of course, if you're watching us on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, you can smash that like, smash that follow, smash that subscribe so you can stay up to date on when we go live.
You go live, yeah.
Of course.
This is game number 3 that's about to unfold, boys and girls. Game number 1 on Vikendi went over to Camp to win. Game number 2 on Miramar over to Nomad Warriors. We were expecting them to show up, and they have been shown up super strong today. But we're about to go on Erangel twice in a row.
Yes, Erangel never fails to disappoint. You know, it never fails. It never.
Does it disappoint?
I don't know. That's how I've gotten.
It never disappoints.
It never disappoints. I'll get it right eventually. So yeah, we've had Miramar. First time we had Miramar since I believe week 1, I think it was. So it's great to see it come back. These teams did really take advantage of it. SRY and RG in particular. Max, and they had really bad games in that first game of today, finishing on 2 points and 0 points respectively. Coming into this game too, they needed to step it up, and boy, did they.
Yeah, they have to really try and get on top of these 2 Erangel matches. Anyways, we're about to unfold once again, as we just mentioned. Group C so far, the first team of Group C, it is Trust the Process. They're super far ahead. But right now, we're going to be checking out this little head-to-head action on screen. Camp to win versus Nomad Warriors. Camp to win 9th in standing. Things a little bit mixed up.
I definitely think, well, no, that's 9th in standings over these first 2 games, I think. Maxon?
Okay.
As opposed
they're
to...
number 1.
Well, yeah, they're number 1 overall, so we are going to see... However, Nomad Warriors, they're catching up on them. Maxon, SRY lagging behind. They're 30 points behind Camp to win, although in saying that, that is only a 1-game difference, if that makes sense. And we've seen plenty of these top teams have a bad game, and then teams lower them having a much better game. And then, of course, RG, OnyX, Rose following behind. OnyX surprisingly still up there, considering, in my eyes, Maxon, they've actually been rather disappointing in terms of the consistency and the overall performances compared to what we saw in group stages.
There was a big dominant team in the group stage, and during the semifinals, a little bit all around the place. Some good games, some games a little bit meh. So we were definitely looking for way more than that. And also, you were saying during the break that United Earth fell straight back to Earth Imperium. We're expecting way more. Like after they were playing way better, Imperium didn't think I was going to get that out there. I remember everything, Imperium.
That's good.
Look at this
know.
blue
That's
sky. Makes me want to go on vacation.
It does.
Go to the beach.
Go to the beach. Build a couple of sandcastles from Miramar.
I would if I can. Oh, hell yeah. Drive in the sand. Let's go. Anyways, we're about to go. We have a military base hot drop coming out, and we all know that T25, they love it, and also trust the process. They always go for military base. Imperium seems like they might be going for it again, as they do hot drop.
I do wonder, are T25 splitting up? I do believe they are. 2 are going to military base, and 2 are landing around the Primorsk area. I don't like that idea, Maxman, in terms of, I'm all for split drops, but when you have 2 of your teams dropping in military base, when quite obviously you're seeing 3 or 4 other teams, you're automatically giving yourself a disadvantage.
Yeah, they're going to try and pick fights early on, and if they are outnumbered early, especially military base, where people are going to find loots and trying to pick fights early on, they're going to get melted.
Exactly.
So military base, a really aggressive early game kind of zone, trust the process. All 4 members went there. I really love it. Maybe a military base zone. Maybe today is the day.
Safe zone, safe zone, safe zone.
God,
safe
please,
zone.
I'm praying.
Come on, come on.
Safe of the zone. God of the zone.
Show up, show up.
The safe zone on the
please.
minute. Yes! I just jumped, guys.
He literally just jumped up and down,
Yes!
boys and girls. Yep, thank you very much. You've made Maxon a very happy man for now. However, we do see about 60 to 70% of the teams are in the safe zone. It is occupied very heavily by water, Maxon. That is one thing to point out. So
About
good
50%.
30 to 40%, I'd say, is occupied by water. And then you're going to see a lot of these teams. First team to camp.
Come over here. It's going to be running after each other. Trying to get there. Where's the car?
Realized.
Oh, he misses. It just jumps right in time. Come on, Snake. You can do it, my friend. Let's go. He avoids it again. What an absolute mad lad. Jumping all around the place. Come on, Snake.
It's going to be like
2
Forrest
members in the car.
Gump. Going to be like
3 members in the
Forrest
car.
Gump. You know, laugh
made
is
it out.
like a box of chocolates.
He made it out alive. I can't believe it. They're going to put 4 members in the car right there. Sorry, 3. I can't count. It's fine. And oh, that was nice. I enjoyed that. Good stuff.
I didn't realize that. I thought they were in the same team because the color of the
That was like
of the
they're 2
things.
different teams.
I know, because I thought they were just having a laugh around a tree. But hey, look, you know,
Turtle 2.
he's still running. He's gonna be
Just jogging.
You know that meme of where do of the no? Okay, cool, no problem. Anyway, OnyX.
I was thinking of the meme, why are you running? Why are you running? Stop running.
Now, T25 Ares behind that pillar, or behind the kind of cover, trying to find protection. OnyX Wolf going to try and look for him. Ares is going to try and shoot him out, but in a 2v1 situation, he was not going to survive. I don't understand, you know, what is it that Albert Einstein said, when you try the same thing over and over again and expect different results or something like that? The definition of madness is trying the same thing over and over again.
Do you think I listened in school, Imperium?
Okay.
That's the question. Do you think I listened? Of course not.
Okay,
That's why I'm a
sorry.
caster, Imperium.
Okay, sorry. I wish I had a similar baguette analogy that I could throw at you, seems you're a French person. But yeah, stereotypes, boys and girls. So RGStar occupying that nice compound area for themselves, camp to win in around North Georgia, if I am correct in saying that, based on what I'm
I
saying.
believe it was, yeah. I think they'll be fine. Camp to win, though. Not that good of a second game on Miramar. Not really working out for them. They got the chicken dinner, game number 1 of Vikendi. Second game, they got around 9th.
I think it was around 9th place.
So really, their average is taking a big hit
Yes.
so far, because like their average, like you calculated their average, I do believe, Imperium before on their first 4 games.
Yeah.
If you have that info.
Yeah, it was 16.33 average.
Okay, so that was pretty decent.
Yeah, but
average.
it wasn't as high as, let's say, you know, compared to what we saw in the group stages, which when you only have 4 games on the semi-final, you expect a higher average than 12 games of a group stage, because realistically that average is going to go down the more games you play. So the semi-final hasn't been as impactful for these top teams, and it's been a little bit mix of good teams and bad teams getting good results coincidentally. But hey, look, you got to give credit to teams like United Earth who are taking these positive results. And yes, even though United Earth did have a bad result in the second game, coming into the third game, Erangel map could fare better for them.
Right, to be honest, during the group stage, United Earth, they drop always in that same area.
Yes.
And they got actually a second position just over RGStarTeam. So maybe Erangel, I just dropped my pen, is the place to be when you are United Earth. It's fine. Let me get it. There it is.
Good job.
I'm
Max.
entangled in the cables.
Okay, so let's just continue on in this game. 5 minutes in, we're expecting these teams to be passive. I would like to get an overview of where the teams are currently lying, because with the safe zone starting, or the blue zone starting to move in, it is obviously going to trickle in. I want to see how these teams are lying. If there's a team that's camped by this bridge area, there's 2 bridges heading into the military base, Maxan. So any 2 teams can kind of occupy those areas, and then any team that wants to go into military base or out of military base, boom, team fight, squad wipe. That could really fare good for these teams.
Also, Trusted Process is a team, like as we're having a little bit of information on Trusted Process right now, they are towards Container and might be facing up against T25. They're a team that really hold those bridges locations really nicely. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
But T25, Thor and Odin, as a 2-man team, they're going to get closer
Shagan,
to Trust the Process. Odin
close.
gets knocked down. Too close indeed. With that Scar gun, without a it was AKM, wasn't it? Yeah, no, sorry. That's what the AKM Scar. No, it's an AKM. Without a scope on a side note, that's the most important thing I want to point out. Was they shot him from distance without a scope. Nicely done. That puts T25 even lower down in terms of their members. They've lost at least 2. I just don't know what they're doing.
They try in a different strat. Once again, as we mentioned, this is the Wildcard Series, so have people from all different countries around the world. And they don't really fit in like EU, NA, SA. So you have a clash of different metas. Maybe for T25, where they come from, that is maybe that is the kind of meta that is played in Mauritius. But like, I wouldn't say it's the best meta, that's for sure. But I wouldn't say it's the worst. But like, it's definitely not paying off.
It's situational, Max.
Yeah,
like a lot of things, it's situational. So no, it hasn't been paying off much so far. KharDimaghh. In that last game, they got 12 points, Max, man. That is double the amount of points in the 2 games previously, between yesterday and today. So I would actually kind of give them a lot of credit, because that's a step in the right direction. They want to continue on to get a good result here, maybe get the same amount of points. 12 to 15 points would be very nice in their progression through the semi-finals to try and qualify for the regionals.
Can try and give it a try. Was he also seeing Thor didn't move a millimeter right there, even though they did lose one of their members? I think he's really hoping for military base zone, just like me. And like that, doesn't have to move, doesn't have to give away his location, and he'll be good to go. Once again, team move out. So that is normally a rename once again as team SOLTISQUAD. Yeah. They did go actually for this score location, and they don't usually drop their Imperium.
No, they do not really indeed, as we do have a side mini-map of the likes of ABBA eSports moving in from that blue zone. They are going to come closer to United Earth and SOLTISQUAD, who occupy Roshawk and School respectively. So we could see a little bit of action going down as ABBA eSports drive in. United Earth have just got into a vehicle, and they're going to head towards the safe zone, Maxman.
There's no one going to be gatekeeping the zone there, so they'll be fine. They might be clashing once again with a few teams, but they're not really holding the outskirt of the zone, so they should be good to go. Team HS Headshot. Once again, a little bit of storytelling for you guys. HS Headshot actually has made it through the group stage. They had 2 games less compared to everyone. Everyone had 12 games. They had 10. And they were able to make it through. So a team that if they play all their games, once again, please do show up. It's $2.5 million US. You don't want to mess with it. But if they showed up to all the games, they had a really good score, and they were able to dominate pretty well in all the games which they showed up. But that is actually really okay.
If anybody gets access to Loot Crate, I will give them $2.5 million US myself. Okay, that disclaimer, I will not give anybody $2.5 million US. If I had it, I'd be spending it on myself. So you
wouldn't be on the bridge like the Loot Crate. You'll live under the bridge.
Somebody's literally going to clip that and go, where's my $2.5 million US? As you do see, this next safe zone has moved in. Maxman, it's still a military base, but what's more important, Maxman, stop doing a Fortnite dance, is that it's also very much occupied by the water. So of that safe zone, about 50 to 55% of that is water. So it really is going to push these teams even closer together.
They're going to have to try and move very fast. Seems like oh no, they just put that boat ashore, didn't they? Trying to ram it back in. There it is. There it is. You know what? Like me like you. That's good. That's fine. I'm okay with that. They have to try and make it through. Once again, the bridge. You want to try and avoid it. You have teams that are gatekeeping. You have like what, 3-4 teams, a military base.
Around
so
that.
a really
More
high risk.
possibly.
It's a really high risk to actually go through that location. So taking a boat is definitely something you want to do. And Team United Earth, they finally moved out towards this outskirt of the school zone, and might be facing out with Salty, but they just want to avoid the fight. I don't think they had the information, but just played it passive, which they did last game on Miramar, even though their positioning wasn't that good. But I'm really way more convinced by their play style today. They're playing way better.
They are definitely playing a lot better as Nomad Warriors. They're split up between taking a vehicle and going into the water. And actually, no, are they all in the water?
No, not all yet. So still on bridge. They have 2 members on the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was 2 on bridge, 2 underneath water. And that's the kind of split that I actually really like, Maxman. I think it's underrated. It's clever because the players that are underneath the water as Thor.
Goodbye. Goodbye, T25.
Yep. See you, T25. As ShiNiGaMi balck in a distance. Actually, with the boat went right past where Nomad Warriors were, SNG, then also getting a kill. And Salty did get a shot onto Abba in just outside the safe zone, Max.
And a little bit of angle on Trust the Process. Once again, this Trust the Process is the #1 team of Group C. As Nomad Warriors, they're going to be trying to make their way through this piece of water. They would be fine. Once again, as mentioned, a lot of water in this zone. They're going to try and avoid that location as much as possible.
Remember what I said, Maxon? Swimming is good for your exercise. If it's good for your exercise physically, it's going to help mentally.
Ooh.
It helps
Yeah,
mentally.
rushing for SNG.
Helps being focused on this PUBG Mobile map. Oh, SNG going to get on to KharDimaghh. KharDimaghh, as a 2-man team, gets swiped out by SNG. Just, unfortunately, at the wrong time. If it had been 5 seconds earlier, Maxon, KharDimaghh would have gotten those kills.
You know what? KharDimaghh was confident, but sometimes is something called overconfidence, and they went a little bit too ham right there. Maybe you would have gone to a location that had some kind of cover, which something that actually SNG didn't have. They had no cover during that fight. They were right in the water. So if they would have gone on top of that hill, they would have had the high ground, have a few trees and rocks, and perfect fight for them. But once again, they're just not really thinking ahead and getting swiped out early.
Exactly. SNG saw them coming, was able to respond. Boom, just like that. Now we do see Hype. Gurkha is going on to ShiNiGaMi balck, knocks him down with that scope. Excellently executed. Now he's going to try and go and see if he can knock out another couple of members of ShiNiGaMi balck. It's a military base ending, boys and girls. You've made Maxon a very happy man. We're going to see a lot of these teams are actually outside the safe zone. They're not even in the military base island, Maxman.
Hey, it's military base time, baby. Let's go. Gonna have still SNG. They are not having any cover. They're KharDimaghh. They're trying to rotate over. I think they still, like, they communicated the information about SNG.
Exactly.
They're going to try and rotate over. I think that they can't save, like, we call him James. Let's call him James.
Look at United Earth.
KharDimaghh.
Knocking down Eagle shot from another area of the map. So Playzone has taken down one member of ShiNiGaMi balck. Hype are trying to survive. They're going up against SGI. Hype Gurkha is knocked down. As said, they're just inside the safe zone. It's going to start moving in the next 5 seconds, Maxman. If I were Hype, if I were the rest of their team, as SGI are doing, I'd get the hell out of there.
Yeah, it's not the fight you want to try and pick up.
No.
It seems like Hype is like the new SNG. They're playing way more snakes than SNG in these matchups.
True.
So I'm really enjoying what Hype is able to pull off. Though ShiNiGaMi balck, they don't want to pick that fight. Both teams are just going to let that one slip through. Going to have a little bit of a replay coming out for you guys. Once again, that M16 play coming out from Gurkha team Hype, able to get those nice knocks on ShiNiGaMi. They weren't able to end that fight, unfortunately, but still got 2 members down, and that is a huge advantage going over to team Hype.
Yeah, it was a really accurate play with that scope, and it was similar to what we saw from Nomad Warriors in that last game in Miramar. It was just clean, clutch shots coming out from Hype, and nice to see that they can pull out those plays when they need to. Now Camp to win, currently lying first overall, Maxon. They're moving in.
We still have 16 teams, and there's a military base. There's going to be teams going down very soon. And as I mentioned, this bridge location, teams are going to hold it at some point. And United Earth, they are holding it in a very close quarter, putting a few cars in the way just in case try and block that way in. It's nice.
I can feel my bones getting excited, Max. And we are going to see action. Captain Win going in underneath that bridge, running over United Earth. One member. Let's see if they can survive. They've lost a couple of members from their car. Have they lost another couple of members? They've gotten out of their car. Captain Win driving around, actually flying through that bridge out into the distance. I do think they managed to survive it, but more action underway between OnyX. I think they did squad wipe Nomad Warriors.
Just jump over the bridge. Leave the bridge. Leave the now. But like otherwise, like they did it pretty well. United Earth, they held the bridge, got a few knocks, not enough. I didn't think they got many kills out of that though. We lost already 2 teams right now in PM. Teams are slowly getting swiped out. Cam to Win also going to be losing in life.
Yeah, SRY finally, I believe, finishing off Camp to Win, if I'm correct now. RG from a distance looking to take out United Earth, who are camped on that bridge. Great position coming out from RG, Max, man.
They're out of the zone. All of them are out of the zone, but if United Earth rotate, they're going to get taken down. If RG rotate, they're going to get taken down. So one of these 2 teams might go down very soon, Imperium. The zone is still on military base. SRY and Hype in such good location.
I was just going to say, Hype have this military base and their position occupied to
in the palm of their hand.
Yes,
perfect situation for them.
So
RG Aim Locker tried to go 1v4, but now the zone is... We just looked at ourselves like, wait, did that just happen?
Yep.
Did that? Yeah, that just happened.
We've seen United Earth have gone down to the...
See you, Aim Locker.
And then just driving by with the set of vehicles, going, yeah, see you, bye. See you guys, bye. As Headshot occupying around, trying to go around that
Look,
cliff.
RG still losing.
SNG are actually on top. Look at Bleak Snake. He's got to hear those noises. He's going to now try and fly around. We do see a list of the players that are currently live for these teams, Maxon.
Team OnyX, we were expecting way more from Team OnyX in Game 1 and Game 2 on Vikendi and Miramar, and now still 4 members strong in Imperium, and that is great, especially in an aggressive zone that's going to be military base.
And then Camp to Win, they're down to 1 member. Maxon, they haven't had the best games in Miramar. They had a good start in Game 1, but they got to continue up consistency because we talk about averages. But we are seeing SRY following up, trying to take down 1 member of RG. Is it going to?
Go get him. Nice. Yes, there it is. Nice grenade coming out from Choc LCC. Gonna try and get another one, trying to get that actual kill, trying to secure an extra point for his side. Joker gonna try and roam around, trying to get that kill, gonna try and explode that car right now. Sprint through with that M4, but he's looked and loaded on Joker. Joker now gonna be leaving this area and might get sprayed enough. Oh, nice shot coming out from Shock LCC, but just too far away, unfortunately. And that's going to be RG losing another member.
Yeah, Zaudin will go down, but that was actually the best choice coming out from RG Joker. Maxon to just drive away, because there's no way that being surrounded by essentially all 4 members of SRY that you're going to be able to survive that. So that was really good coming out from SRY. Look at Trust the Process.
It's our hometown. Let's go. We always drop here. Now we got military base. We're going to wreck you down. Let's go. Now we're going to have a little bit of snipe coming on through by SRY on Aber. Just getting knocked. The zone is still claiming lives, Imperium.
Yeah, but now the good thing about SRY, they're playing that safe zone really nicely. Look at that Choc Lee shot onto Sanad, wiped out. Boom, you are having an early bath, my friend.
That's a rip. Team SOLTISQUAD still on this high location. Hype also holding this location. They'll just be fine. Zone 4, almost going to be closed up. We're going to get to Zone 5 very soon, boys and girls. Will it be another military base zone? I just hope so.
Like, of course it's another military base zone.
RG losing another member that once again, like Xiao Tian, he did get knocked.
Yeah.
He just died right there, so that's nice. Going to go an extra kill point over to Team SRY. Just all around the place right now, disconnected from Camp to Win. He's the last member and claiming lives on Team Aber Esport.
Look at this. Yachts is there. Sabri is there. Disconnect is just beyond. They're so close.
Grenade.
Yachts is throwing a grenade.
3 grenades he has, so he can't go for it.
He could actually take it out on his own.
Woo! There it is.
That was a final member of Camp to Win as well. So great play coming out from Aber Esports. Aber Esports wanted that team that were lucky to get into these semifinals. Well, okay, a little bit of luck, but earned their spot. They're now following up with some good results. But now OnyX trying to get a strong performance, knocking down in that vehicle, blowing it up, and that's another couple of kills going over to OnyX. However,
another one.
It's not quite out. It's going to be a cooked grenade.
Oh, nice disconnect on that side. Vegeta going to run away. They do not take the chuck damage right there. they'll be fine with Pacific. Once again, Pacific, last member of his team. We saw also HS Headshot losing members in the zone. He's trying to make it out in time, unfortunately. Like, we've been mentioning that even in Miramar, like we were talking during the break in Pyramid, these teams take so long to actually get towards the zone. And here, yeah, like it's going to really pay off for the zone, for the teams that are already in the zone. Just has, once again, trust the process.
Trust the process, they already have 4 kills on the side, not Max, and so they haven't been out of action, so to speak. You know, they haven't been afraid to go for these kills. SRY, still a 4-man squad in that safe zone. They've got 3 kills. They've got Hype around, and they've got that final member of RG also near them. He's trying to hide. He's trying to stay prone, but he does lose his life.
No, he had the upper hand. He had the surprise factor. He had everything in Pyramid. He just got wrecked right back in his face from Chuck LCC, with just almost no more HP remaining. But also, when you are laying down in that scenario, you're prone to taking damage in the head, so taking headshots.
Yeah,
so that was very unfortunate for Joker, but like I think Joker should have aimed for the head, just like Thor, but he didn't, so that feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man, indeed. So yeah, we are down to 8 teams, 23 players alive, 4-man Trust the Process team. We've got Hype, a 4-man squad. You've got SRY with 4-man squad. Now, we do see that Hype are trying to get a couple of shots into SOLTISQUAD, taking a tiny bit of damage. You do see that military vest at level 2 causing a little bit of hassle onto Hype. Has been chunked down quite a bit. M249, would it be worth it, Maxon?
Not really. I would not recommend to go for that. Also, like,
Totally
3
agree.
teams are looking super strong in their positioning. That is Team SRY, Team Hype, Team also Trust the Process. They're looking great where they are right now. Though, SRY going to be going on through. SLC going to take a lot of damage coming out from Gurkha YouTube, from Team Hype. Going to try and spray a little bit right there. Doesn't have really the proper information. Spraying with the AKM. Gets that knock on SLC.
Yeah,
They're a little bit split now, and that's not great.
No, it's not. It's, Gurkha's trying to move around. He's getting a couple of, because he's getting shot for SOLTISQUAD team. You know.
But like, the thing is, like, he knew since the start that Salty was over there. He had the information, and he just went on the path where he could easily get shot down by Salty. 4 members strong. That's a mistake.
What Gurkha should have done was he should have not done anything, waited, let SOLTISQUAD and SRY fight each other from a distance, and then he would have been able to pick up the pieces. However,
So sad because the Hype had such a good positioning, and they just gave it up really easily.
Exactly.
Team OnyX, though, they're still 3 members strong. SOI, same 3 members strong. This is going to be a really even fight. If it does break out, all the teams now going to snake it through. And the zone is on military base. And you know which team is happy about that? It's Trust the Process.
yes, they are indeed, Max. And OnyX have 8 kills right now. Trust the Process have 5 kills, so they've increased their kill amount. SNG still there.
There we
just
go.
outside the safe zone. We're down to 6 teams with 18 players alive. SRY down to 3. They're going to be getting into a little bit of a spot of bother. However, not without taking down SOLTISQUAD from far away.
Look at Shock. He's just claiming life after life. He is the beast, and he's just taking his game in the palm of his hand. Imperium, the beast sniper for Team Sorry. Just spraying on top of Team SOLTISQUAD. They're only 2 members strong right now. Got 2 knocks and 2 kills for their side. And now they're just going to really smoke themselves. They do not want to pick that fight. Go completely out-traded by SRY. Those snipe plays are huge.
Great play coming out from SR. Really, really impressed. We did see OnyX and Trust the Process come into a spot of bother between each other. Mirza got taken out. They've now moved in around that building. Vcash is trying to move in, but he's going to come into a bit of a 2v1 situation. He's not careful. He has knocked down Vegeta with full health still on his side. So now it's essentially 1v1 with the rest of his Trust the Process team joining him, but going into the building. SRY are going in. Are you going into a 2v1 situation? He's going to get wiped out. No, he takes out 1 member now. That's a 2-man wipe down coming out from Trust the Process.
Surprise, mother trucker. Not going to try and keep it PG at the same time, Imperium. They do get that for themselves. Nicely done. Trust the Process. You're not getting close to their military base. It's their home base, and you're not going to enter it whatsoever unless you have the passcode.
Yeah, their yard, their hometown, their area to take over, and they're really dominating right now. We're still 6 teams.
Still 4
10
members strong
players
too.
alive. Wait, sorry?
Still 4 members strong for Trust the Process.
Yeah, and also we're down to 5 teams because SRY just got wiped out.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5 teams, 9 players, 4 of them being occupied by Trust the Process. OnyX are down to 1. Yeah, you're looking at that.
I was looking at. No, I wasn't looking at the loot crate. There's like you had 1 member of Team ABBA, and literally right above him there's a tier 3 helmet, and he doesn't know. Feels really sad, man. But anyways, it's fine. ABBA, they're just going to try and be the snakes of this game as they're going to be losing Salty. Salty, they tried to rush earlier. That fight did lose it, unfortunately, against SLY, and they're just getting claimed out. 14 still remaining around the board. Imperium and Abba going to be sprayed down by Trust the Process as they're not giving away this location whatsoever.
Honestly, like, Trust the Process, they couldn't have had a better say-so. They couldn't have had a better ending. They couldn't have a better game right now. They are closing it out. 3 teams, 6 players alive. Max, man, can Trust the Process actually do anything wrong?
No. Easy answer to that. Sabri going to get sprayed down by ShiNiGaMi. Extra kill point, sweet.
Okay, come on. Come on, SNG. The sneaky snakes.
Hey, you got second. So it paid off at the end of the day, but if you can get that #1 chicken dinner, let's go.
They've still got 5 kills on the side note. I do believe SNG have got 5 kills, but he's going to have to be really careful. Maxon. Oh, is that the Mission Impossible music? Do-do, do-do.
Isn't that James Bond? I don't even remember.
No, it's not James Bond.
I thought it was.
Anyway, oh my god.
I only watch anime, Imperium, you know that. So.
Yeah, I know. In fairness, I was going to reference that, but you did it for me. So, Chris Sava. Now, the unfortunate thing is the footsteps are actually alerting Trust the Process to in some way where he might be. Obviously, he's using the bush to his advantage, which is a good thing. Shagar has got the high ground, so he's going to be able to try and prone around, but of course he's directly underneath that building, so he's not really going to be seen by Shagar.
And they are 3 members. They did lose a member in the last few skirmishes in Imperium, so that's going to be a 3v1 scenario going their way.
Okay. Oh, look at this!
Oh, let's go. Going to try and enter that house, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. That 1v1 will be going over to Trust the Process as they secure that chicken dinner on military base.
Not just that, but they've got themselves a nice, juicy 15 kills for their side. SNG.
That's very close to the kill record in the
one of the highest
in the wildcard series. Yeah.
Yeah, SNG was second. ABBA eSports once again finishing in 3rd spot, by all means only with 2 kills. So OnyX might go ahead of them from a total points point of view, but when you're looking at standings and what they need to do, man, they are impressing me.
Yeah, they're doing absolutely awesome this game. Gonna have a few highlights for all of you people at home to watch. That was one of the first kills. Trust the Process. Dominating the early, dominating the mid game, dominating the late game, dominating military base as a whole, and just taking that first game of Erangel home.
So you're trying to say they dominated?
They dominated.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
Is this what people call biased casting?
No. No, it isn't.
I just like military base, sorry.
You do.
If you drop military base, I automatically love your team.
Okay, no problem, as you do see. OnyX getting a much better performance throughout that whole game. Max on really consistent plays. They got under a little bit of pressure when they shouldn't have in some parts, but really great play. That was a fantastic sniper shot coming out for Chuck on the side of SRY. ABBA eSports ending Camp to Win's chances in this game. OnyX flying in, blowing up that car, and we are getting towards the end of this game. Like I said, Hype, in my opinion, they made the bad decision by trying to take out SRY because he alerted himself. He got taken out by both SRY and SOLTISQUAD from a distance. But yeah, look at this 2v1 situation, Max.
That was such a nice move coming out from Vcash on side of Trust the Process, getting a 1v2 perfectly executed on his side. That's when still 6 teams were remaining. Very small zone, but still 6 teams. That was a really nice end game for most of these teams all around the board. Trust the Process, that's when they lost Utsagara. That's their first casualty in this game, but still there was 3 members strong. Then at some point, SNG, they had to do something. They had to pull the trigger, try and pick that 1v3. Didn't really work out. Still second position.
45 points for Trust the Process. Excellent.
Huge.
45 points. Absolutely ridiculous. SRY got a nice amount of kills to finish up in 5th overall, getting 8 kills, 12 point standings, moving them up to 5th overall. SOLTISQUAD then following up on 6th place. Hype did get a better result, so I am pretty happy with how they did, in fairness, Maxman. But yeah, we can't deny how much Trust the Process dominated a military base through and through, had the perfect game.
Since day one, Trust the Process has been dropping military base, and it finally paid off for them. After it's just 1 win, they got to try and get a little bit better all around the map. We're going to have a little bit of a head-to-head action for all of you guys at home. Trust the Process versus SNGclub. #1 for Trust the Process, #2 for SNGclub. In terms of damage, Trust the Process, 2,330 Imperium. Absolutely shredding it. And 15 kills.
Like, I know it's 15 kills, but even if you multiply 374 by 3, that's only 900. So out of 15 kills, they did an insane amount of damage.
Also, I'm looking at SNGclub, where they got 5 kills, okay, with 374 damage.
Yeah.
That means that they stole so many kills. They stole 5 kills.
Hey, they're called kill securing. As a support
KS kill secure.
player, I'm calling it kill securing.
People who say that it's called kill secure are the people who do KS Imperium.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. Imperium.
No. Okay, yeah, I probably do.
You
kill
can't
steal.
escape from the truth.
No, I do kill steal, and I'm proud of it.
I
But,
trust the process.
yeah, I trust it. Oh, okay, now, nice, very nice.
Very nice.
So yeah, great. Honestly, I just cannot stop talking about trust the process in that game. They did need a good result, to be honest, though, Maxon, because in the previous games they hadn't finished that high up, around between 4th and 6th on 2 games. So yeah, they needed.
But
yeah,
even though that's what happened, trust the process. At the end of game number 2, after Miramar, they were still the #1 team of Group C.
True.
With
true.
46 points, they got 28 positioning points, 18 kill points, and on average around them, teams had like around 10 kill points.
Okay.
So they were dominating in their C group, and was that game just going to make them even higher in the standings?
Yeah, of course, definitely. And SNG pulling in a good result that they did need. OnyX also. So these teams really starting to kind of find a certain level of resurgence as we do see the standings on your screens. A 16th place to 9th place right now. SOLTISQUAD not looking too good, as of course they've still only had 3 games. And when you consider, let's say, the teams that have had 4 games, which is like, let's say, CsPro Gaming, CsPro Pakistan, my apologies, you know, they've got to really start climbing up the points, because even when you look at Nova eSports and Gamers Pakistan, they're about 20 points behind them, Maxman.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and step it up a notch. Imperium right now are going to have a little chuck at these standings. Overall standings with 7 matches under their belt. Cam to win still in the #1 spot with 151 points, followed by SRY with 137. Slowly but surely, these teams are getting right behind Cam to win, and it must be a scary situation to be in, because Cam to win has been up and down, and the 2 last games on Miramar and this first game on Erangel haven't been really working out for them.
Haven't at all, and even when you look at their kill points, Max, and they're on 31 total.
SRY
You look
55.
at SRY 55, Nomad Warriors with 38. I always said Nomad Warriors were an aggressive team, Max, and their kill points have always been higher than let's say, the teams around them. But they have now gotten the results that have followed that up.
They were an understood team, non-understood team, and now they finally... Misunderstood team. Okay, that was the word. Damn it. Je suis français.
What's misunderstood in French?
Je suis malentendu.
Malentendu. That was so bad. Anyway.
But anyways, thank you so much for watching this 3rd game on Erangel. We'll be back in just around a few minutes to go on match number 4 of Erangel once again.
This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
Up your game. Vivo V15 Series. Vivo.
PUBG Mobile for free.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
And welcome back. We're ready to open once again the hostilities with game number 4 on Erangel. Myself and Imperium are ready to bring you the action, and it's been huge so far. Game 1 on Erangel, huge plays. Game number 2 on Erangel, what is it going to be?
Who knows? Only good things hopefully to come in the Erangel map. Of course, this PUBG Mobile Club Open is brought to you by Vivo, the official sponsor and the official smartphone for the PUBG Mobile Club Open. So feel free to check that device out. And of course, if you have missed any of the action today, over yesterday, over the past couple of weeks of the group action, and you want to get caught up a little bit, check out the standings and whatnot, you can head on over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com.
Also, if you're watching us live from Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, please don't hesitate to hit that like, follow, or subscribe button to be notified once we do go live for like Wildcard region, EU, SA,
of course,
and all of the other regions. India is going live right now, but stay here. You'll go check out India after, okay? Here's where the real action is ongoing.
Of course. We had a military base finish, guys. We had a military base. You can't get better than that. Of course, let's talk about kind of what we have had and what we kind of noticed from the point scoring. Oh, gotta talk about RGStarTeam. Their inconsistency has been unbelievable from game in, game out, as you do see the standings. Right now, they lie 5th overall, which isn't bad. But in the last 4 games, Maxman, they've had bad result, good result, bad result, good result, and bad result. Also,
RGStarTeam, they're already in this, like, they are part of Group A. And Group A is the group that's going to be playing. They played yesterday and they also playing today. But that means tomorrow they are not playing. So that means that their scores are going to be locked after this game for the weekend. So they might get caught up by the likes of Group B and Group C. So you've got to try and like get a good last game just to be safe.
Exactly. Totally agree with you, Max. And then when you look at the likes of Camp Twin, they've had 2 kind of bad games. So they're slowly losing their first position. SRY and Nomad Warriors edging closer and closer. Although on a side note, Maxon, Nomad Warriors finished in last place that last game and got 0 points. So that has what has helped SRY jump up the standings. Then when we look lower down, T25, they're looking okay. They got 6 points once again in that last game. If they can still hit above 10-12, I would be kind of happy with how they're heading.
Because like most of their points, like they got 51 points right now. You guys can see on screen, like 51 points going over to T25. Out of those 51 points, 1 point is a kill. All of the rest is positioning points. So their strat is kind of paying off, but on the long run, like these are just the first few games. On the long run, T25's like general like play style is not going to work out.
No, I definitely agree. I do not think it's going to work out at all. But of course, we still got a whole weekend of action to go. We still got tomorrow's action to go. There's still a lot to play for. We saw in the group stages these teams that were kind of being the bottom of the table, fighting for the elimination zone, would rise up. Nepal have come out on top in a couple of these games so far, Maxman. So I'm a little bit happier for those countries' teams, of course, because we did see China dominate yesterday. Yeah,
China's been dominating. Yesterday was 3 wins going away, 1 win for Nepal. And today so far it's been actually 2 wins going over to Nepal. Camp to win securing game number 1 on Vikendi. This last game on Erangel, if you did just miss the action, was secured by Trust the Process on a military base. So Nepal, like in terms of like China versus Nepal, because I think it's like one of the 2 big head-to-head battles of countries in this wildcard series, is 3-3.
Yep. Fair enough. And then also want to give a shout out to Kazakhstan. Nomad Warriors representing Kazakhstan, coming out on top in game 2 and actually doing so well today, getting a 3rd place and a 1st place. So as we do see, this last game is hitting us right in the face. Maximum playing trajectory is a little bit different than what we've seen and what we're used to. I don't think it's gonna be too good for likes of Trust the Process. They're going to have to try and travel far and right. Well, yeah, of course.
They're going for it. Trust the Process, once again, military base all day, every day, and they're going to be going in that direction once again. But I do not like this playing direction. You know why?
Why?
Because it's not close to military base.
Okay. Well,
what do you expect me to say?
I did kind of run into that one, in fairness, Maxman, so yeah. What I do like is that it is going to actually kind of help the likes of people that want to land quite far away in terms of Severny, Kameshki, shooting range, and even Zarki. I don't think I've ever really seen anybody land in Zarki, to be honest. But it's definitely a viable option. Of course, we will see teams that love to drop down towards George Pool, the likes of Camp to Win, ShiNiGaMi, balck. They will be able to get there quite effectively.
Last game, RG, they did give a try at Zarki. So they like that area. So they're going to be going for it once again. The zone is going to be popping up really early, and a lot of the teams are in zone, so no team needing to rotate. Not at least a big portion of those teams. So no big fights really are expected this early on, Imperium. So you shouldn't be really seeing early swipe outs, as we do spawn with only 62 players, so 2 AFKs of I don't know which teams. But
feels bad, man.
Yeah, feels bad.
Feels bad, man.
Those cookies can't wait.
Those cookies can't wait. No, man. Hey, look, when you've got something cooking in the oven and you got to take that out, you got to take it out. I love PUBG Mobile, but I don't think it's worth a burning kitchen, to be honest. But maybe it is for some of these players.
Hey, 2.5 million, you get an easy the kitchen.
I was just going to say, they put in so much practice and effort that it probably is, and I give them so much credit for that. We are in the Yasnai Paliana area. My apologies. Struggle there right now. A couple of those teams dropping around the RG in the North George Pool area all by themselves for now.
Yeah, they're going to be calm for the time being. Imperium, RGStarTeam a little bit split once again. Spread your wings early on in this compound. Get the most of the loot you can, because if you like, I see a lot of teams unfortunately when they're in their early game looting phase, what they do is that they stay really close together. If you know that there are no teams around you, you're better off just splitting up a little bit, and like that you can get more loot, because if you loot at the same area, all 4 of you together, the first person gets a lot of loot, the second person, a few little bits and pieces, and the third and fourth person, they get nothing.
That is very true. That is very, very true. But I've got a big shock for you, Maxon. Oh. I can't believe it. Trust the Process.
Trust the Process didn't go. It was too far.
They went to Nova. Yeah. They're still technically near a military base. Yeah. As we do see OnyX being caught out by Vcash. Let's see, the rest of the OnyX team are kind of around there. I think there's the other 2 members are around there. They've got into vehicle. So they're going to try and drive away. That's a nice, safe choice coming out from OnyX, I believe.
This is to military base, Iceland, Imperium. We don't want to play against Trust the Process. No. Like, no, just run away. Just leave them. It's fine. So, Wolf, though, Lonely Wolf going to be sticking around a little bit too long. AKM spray. Nice. Gets Vcash right in the head. Nicely done.
really great shots coming out from Wolf. I expect them to get into that vehicle, but can now. What I find interesting is if you're going to, as you do see, SOLTISQUAD, Sngclub had to be healed up. Molotov cocktail, not quite connecting. I think it actually hit the roof as opposed to inside the building, Maxon.
Yeah, unfortunately, a little bit of a misclick coming out from Salty, but it's fine. Not going to be. At least he's not going to go back on top of them and kill them. You know, we saw that, unfortunately.
Hey, but we also talk about burning kitchens. I think they're looking to burn their own kitchen inside the compound where Nomad Warriors are. They occupy Vcash. He's going to get smoked up, so hopefully he can heal up. Wolf
should be fine.
Is on top of that roof. He might be able to actually get that kill onto Vcash, or if anything, actually potentially knock down ShiNiGaMi.
No, he's going to be just fine. Lost smokes. Was that a grenade? I do think that was a grenade.
No,
yeah, it was a grenade.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, not really like, not, well, like a lot of misclicks this early game.
Felt a little bit short.
Yeah, a little bit short. Just like you, Imperium. Very short. How tall are you right now?
Well, I am Irish, so I have leprechaun
midgets.
blood in me. Yeah, you know, midget. How dare you associate leprechauns with midgets? How
It's the
dare
same
you?
thing, Imperium.
As we do see, yeah, but we're cooler. What?
Okay.
Ooh, Wolf getting grenaded, damaged by that Vegeta, knocking down one member of Trust the Process with that Uzi.
Don't harass us in military base. OnyX going to try and pull that jumping shot, but Wolf will get shut down 1v2, unfortunately for himself. Uzi action once again coming on through, and he's going to try and pick that fight for himself. Look at that, OnyX getting 2 members down. Trust the Process, Vcash, last member remaining. Can he pull off this fight for himself? It will be turned into a 1v2 as Vegeta and Can are still up and going. Seems like he does want to regen back up Wolf. His team could give him the information and allow him to pull that fight. Another fight's going to be breaking out, and that is Salty versus Nomad Warriors. They're going to be looking to engage that, and SOLTISQUAD going to be the first team to be swiped out of this 4th game on Erangel.
Wow. Nomad Warriors, I'm not going to lie, I kind of thought Vcash could have... Sorry, no. Trust the Process. They've been squad wiped. OnyX are back on track, Maxman. Do you want to have a minute of silence for your fallen heroes?
Please. Just
yeah,
a
okay,
minute.
no problem.
I
Minute
just
silence,
need a
please,
minute
for Maxman's fallen heroes. Trust the Process. Biased, not biased. As you do see, Camp to win in that North George Pool area go now. So yeah, we've seen 2 squad wipes in the first 6 minutes of this game, Maxon. That's some pretty spicy stuff. Nomad Warriors getting a great push onto SOLTISQUAD. I actually thought SOLTISQUAD might have been able to get the better of Nomad Warriors because they were in that building. And if that Molotov cocktail, for example, had it connected a bit better, that might have put them under more pressure. But Nomad Warriors coming out on top. And considering Trust the Process got that first knockdown and that first kill onto OnyX, I thought OnyX would have ran away, but they stayed together and they came back stronger and took out Trust the Process.
To be honest, like OnyX, then they were holding a house, they were holding compound for themselves, and that was Trust the Process. I think that was their mistake. They tried to force it inside. I think at that point in time, they just hold it passive. The zone is not threatening them whatsoever. Like, at least for now, they were not too far away. They could easily rotate inland, so they just had to hold their location a little bit longer, and they had a man advantage. So, like, even though I do agree that when you do have man advantage, sometimes it is worth it, but when it's 4v3, it's still extremely close in terms of manpower, and you can get out-traded.
Plus, at the end of the day, you got to give credit to Vegeta. He had that Uzi, and he was using it perfectly. He got at least one knockdown with it, and they rushed in. So, really great play coming out from OnyX. Nice to see them because they haven't had the best of performances, Maxon, overall in the semi-finals so far, not compared to what we've seen in group stages. We've talked about it already. So following up, hopefully they can get a good result on this last game of the day. ShiNiGaMi balck, one of the teams that only came into this last game with 3 members on the side, not Maxon.
Yeah, very unfortunately for them. But once again, it's ShiNiGaMi balck. They've been putting some decentest performance, specifically in the group stage. So I'm expecting a lot also from this team, SRY. They were the team that got the upper hand on Team Hype last game. And let's see if they can actually try and claim this for themselves once again. Quadcore. Quadcore is a team we haven't been talking a lot about, Imperium.
We haven't. Let's put a little bit of time and effort into Quadcore. They are from Nepal, so got to give them some Nepal love. But when it comes to these kind of fights and skirmishes, they haven't looked impactful as a squad. I've noticed they have gotten a couple of kills individually, Maxon, which by no means is something bad. And we know they can do it. But as a team, they just haven't seemed that kind of synergistic or that kind of formational when it comes to these late games.
One of the big issues with Team Quadcore that I've seen throughout the group stage is that they do not rotate effectively, and also their decision-making on their positioning they want to try and secure for themselves is not always the best. So if they can fix that, I'm sure they can be a high contender for the chicken dinners in these games. But once again, that is a big point to fix.
It is.
And if you don't fix it soon, you're going to have a hard time like getting in the top 16 to get to the regional finals.
Like, you can be the best gunslinger in the world. I love the way I use the Western reference there. But if you're not in the right position and you're not supported by your team, you're going to get wiped out.
KharDimaghh again, the MK14. I do believe he took the MK14 for himself with the suppressor, a few tier 3 items for himself. Spicy goodness. 50% of the zones still in water. A lot of these water zones improved today.
I do like how it's looking so far. The likes of ABBA, United Earth, 3 or 4 or 5 of those teams going to have to move in. But then we have KharDimaghh, who have done well on overall positions alone, like you mentioned, Max, and they've only got 1 kill. But standings, they've done pretty good. Are going to be having to do, and by the way, I meant actually T25, not KharDimaghh, my humble apologies. But talking about T25, Odin getting taken out by SRY.
T25 going to be running shoulders right here with Team SRY. That's going to be turned into a 3v4. That's why, like, also T25, they split, using members on their own. It's a very T25 kind of move. Not really, we're expecting it.
Yeah, there's not really much more to say for it. They're going to continue doing it. And when it works out, I will gladly clap my hands and say, well done, T25. But when it doesn't work out, I'm not really surprised. Hype sharing 2 vehicles did pretty well the last game, but kind of fell short when it came to that military base ending. They had great position the whole game, but when it came to it, fell a little bit short. Nomad Warriors consistently kind of improving overall. They did in the last game get 16th with 0 points, so not what they would have wanted in the first Erangel game for them.
But they got SOLTISQUAD this time, so it's a big team, so really happy for them to actually be able to get that for themselves. Cam to win, though. Really, really good first game. They got the chicken dinner, actually, on Vikendi on game number 1. Game 2 and game 3 on Miramar and Erangel last game, like, just been kind of disappointing. Like, they all around the place, they're consistent in their inconsistency.
They are definitely consistent with their inconsistency. KharDimaghh, yeah, they're a team that are kind of very at the lower bottom half of the table. Only gotten really a couple of points over the last 2 games. Not really what they want and what we want to see, because we want to see these teams improving. We want to see these teams, you know, proving a point. For example, we look at the likes of ABBA and Astana. ABBA eSports got 4th place in that last game. They got such a chunky amount of points. As Cam to win, goalie trying to shoot from a distance to get onto, I believe that was United Earth, I believe.
They do have the zone 2 going for them, so they should be fine. United Earth, they can rotate, but they also in the compound are surrounded by an open field, so it's going to be really hard for them to rotate out of that compound without losing a few members or like taking a few shots. And Cam to win, they want to commit. They were all in that compound, and they just given up that compound for that top of the hill.
Well, see, because United Earth have got to come to them, Maxman, because the blue zone is moving in. Yeah, so it makes sense for Cam to win to be out in the open because they are in the safe zone, so they can afford to be that little. They can afford to be that little bit more aggressive. Yeah,
so nice. Can zone them out a little bit. Look at that. Oh, on the roof. Okay, just another MK14. No AWM so far. It's a sad day for loot.
It looks like a chimney on top of the roof like that.
Where's the zone going to be? Another water? Oh, no, it's not going to be on. It's going to be inland. And some teams are really good. Nomad Warrior, United Earth, and Cam to win are looking really good. But as we mentioned, United Earth in an open area. And also Hype. Yeah, they're pretty okay. But after, like, they are surrounded. You got SNG, you got RG, and also KharDimaghh and Nomad Warriors. They're surrounded by 4 teams.
Okay, that's a fair point. They're in the safe zone, but yeah, they definitely have that risk. They have that fear. But then again, so the RG, they don't have to move that far, so they might not be looking to move to go where Hype is. They've got the building compound. They are shooting from this is now SNG. Hype coming together. Hype have the high ground, Maxman, but SNG do have the building and the protection.
They're trying to exploit this car so they can not really allow SNG to escape anymore. It's going to be exploded right there. I think, wait, Bleak Snake's the one that exploded, I think. Not too sure, but they're going to be taking that car away. So no more rotations for that team, unfortunately. SRY, they're going to be rotating away. A nice shot coming out from SNG. Going to be with that sniper. Some nice bolt action.
Yes, indeed, as RG on top of the roof. I actually really want to know, how do they get there, Maxon? I'm not going to lie, I'm not quite sure. But now SRY moving in to where Hype are.
What is that synergy? Communication, SRY. I'm really surprised what's going on. Like, so you have some players that just stop, some that are looking to engage, all around the place.
They've split up. SRY, the 3 members there. Now they've moved in. They've got just around that building. Let's see what can happen as Abba are trying to spot out Erangel.
No! Bonania, let's go. He's trying to get a few knocks. Doesn't get anyone. Does put a little bit of damage down on Team Abba, though. The hut failed him.
The hook did fail them. Now we do move on to Hype and SRY going at each other in their compound, blowing up that door. Very nice play from Kirk. Gives him a chance to throw a grenade in. Is it going to be cooked perfectly? The chocolate trying to shoot up. Does get that knockdown.
It did force them out of that shack once again. The shack is failing everyone right now in Pure. Rip or Reno, Hype are going to be facing versus Team SRY. A few shots going back and forth. SRY, you have LSC. That's a little bit lonely here. But he does get a knock and actually a kill on Nixon. Nicely done, and he is lonely.
But look at Gurka. He's got that gun. He's going to try and build in confidence. SLC is low in health. He does get that knockdown. He's going to get that kill. He's going to say, oh, I'm going to take one more member of SRY down. But we do see Turtle and Alex and Snake and Chuck LC. But now Turtle trying to go in. He's in the top part of that building. I believe 2 members of SRY on the lower half. He's going to try and jump. Oh, look at this. That's how they get onto the roof. Okay, cool. Thanks.
There it is, a little tutorial over there for Imperium. Nicely done, Turtle. Now, he is on that roof, so no one can really take him down. He's got the third-person point of view advantage, so he can really scout out and give the information to his team if they are communicating right now.
Yeah. And plus, with the other 2 members of Team 4 formating around, going to throw a grenade out. I think it hit off the roof and it went to the right-hand side, so not going to quite connect with Chuck. But I've really got to give Hype credit on their positioning.
Look at this. I'm looking at the southwest section of this map. Team OnyX, Headshot, ShiNiGaMi, balck. They're going to be clashing very, very soon. We also have Quadcore on the area, so we're going to have a few teams that are going to die during their rotation towards the zone. They have to try and pull the trigger right now to try and trying to hold that positioning as soon as possible.
Exactly, Maxon. Absolutely dead on, as we do see. Still focus on the Hype. SRY going at each other. They are still in the safe zone. Although with the blue zone moving in, we could see them have to kind of shrink in to the next safe zone, see how it will end up, of course. But right now, advantage goes over the Hype. Camp to win. Still a 4-man squad. Occupying 2 vehicles in that building into the safe zone by Mansion. They do have Team 12, which is SNG. Still is a 4-man team. Occupying near where Camp to win are.
Every team that has a compound right now has a high chance of taking this game for themselves. Just going to try and avoid giving it over. Hype and SOI still facing versus each other. Very nice cold war. Not really ready to pull the trigger. And I do understand it, especially because SOI are only 2 members strong. They know they are outnumbered. And they just want to really take that risk. They're trying to scout out, trying to find a few opportunities. Not able to find it, but they're just trying to zone them out. They are in the zone. They're going to have to move at some point in Imperium, as you did mention. Also, we did see that they were surrounded by 4 teams. So if some teams trying to take control of that compound, they might be getting in that fight very soon. Though back and forth, going to have a little few fights. KharDimaghh are going to be losing a few members. Kingslayer going to be knocked and taken down by Disconnected. A little bit of bulk action coming on through.
Look at what is happening on in that mini-map, Maximum. We have seen a lot of shots, a lot of action going down. So you see Team 12, which was SNG, getting into a fight against Camp to win, I believe.
Yeah, that was it right now. Oh, Snake going to be knocked. And maybe that's the opportunity for them to actually rush it on through.
No, if I were actually SRY, that would be the opportunity to run away, in my opinion. But let's see what happens as you see Wolf is knocking back ShiNiGaMi balck in the distance. And Camp to win, not afraid to shoot that vehicle that was going right past them.
Trying to take as many opportunities as they can. KharDimaghh! They saw him right there. Just run him over. And probably going to try and get that kill over
I'd
there.
like to report Abba eSports for a hit and run, please.
No, they're going to go for the other members of KharDimaghh right now, going to be rushing in a 2-man squad, but they're just going to get melted to the ground. See you later, KharDimaghh, as they get taken off. Nice cleanup.
But what has that done to Abba eSports? That put them under a lot of health damage. That's put them under a little bit of pressure. They've got to be careful. They're only in that 1 vehicle, Maxman.
They also they didn't have a lot of teams around them, so they normally have the time to regen back up. But compounds around them, all of the compounds surrounding them, they are taken over, so they're just going to get zoned out completely.
Exactly. United Earth were actually trying to shoot them from a distance. It does help that they are near the safe zone, Maxon. Abbey Esports are, so by all means they'll be able to move.
Look
in.
at Quad. That's a perfect position to go up against Nomad Warriors. But do they have the information? They're all facing the same direction, so I think they do have the info. But it seems like no one's ready to force that fight quite yet. ABBA going to be losing one member, going to be knocked down. United Earth doing some good work.
Yeah, good position inside the safe zone. However, we are going to see the blue zone closing in. We will get the next safe zone. And like we saw, Hype, SRY going to have to move in.
Yeah.
Nomad Warriors are going to have to move in. This is looking a little bit dangerous. OnyX, Abbey Esports do lose 1 or 2 members. MK Gun going to be able to heal up. Oh, look at this headshot.
Ball action going to be coming on 3. Does have a silencer too, so going to be able to really hide his location a little bit longer. But he's
ShiNiGaMi balck.
Yeah, they're also surrounded like 3 teams all around them. That's a very scary position.
So close, Max.
Yeah, headshot. They're going to try and go for it. They do have the information on most of the teams they're facing up against, but they just can't really pull the trigger. It's a very big distance. It's really hard to hit those shots. And now a little bit of spray action on side. Nomad Warriors pulling the trigger on Quadcore. 4 members strong. It's going to be really nice, but they're going to have 1 knock on the side of Nomad Warriors. Also going to go over to this fight. And they have also SOA on the tippy top of that hill right now. They're going to be surrounded. Quadcore, not the best situation to be in, as they did get 2 members knocked down. And the zone is moving against Nomad Warriors. This is a ticking, a bomb in Pyramid. 1 team will be swiped out, and it seems like it might be Nomad Warriors.
It might be, but Quadcore, they've also got to think themselves. They've got to move in. They've got to take control and wipe out Nomad Warriors, because this blue zone is going to start moving in, but now more action going down. RG and SNG coming together. 2 squads, 2 top squads. Aim Locker gets it knocked down onto Bloody, but Bleak Snake follows up with a fantastic play on this Audi. That grenade is going to go in. Is it going to hit onto Joker, AK? Who knows? It's so close between these 2 squads.
Nomad Warrior absolutely smashing it right now. They're all around the place. They're a little bit split, but still they're able to get some kills. Team Sorry, they have the information on that member of Nomad Warriors. They will be able to, I believe, shut them down. Joker going to be using members to the zone. Yeah, they did get Nomad Warriors right there. Nicely done by Team Sorry. And RG there, almost still losing members. Joker going to be a knock. Nomad Warriors going to be losing Nicola. And now we're on this fight of SNG versus RGStarTeam. Aim Locker going in hot. Chris Sava, just in the distance over there, he's still fine, but that means that now RG might be able to regen back up, and I think that's definitely the move they should be going for. RG must try and play passive for the next few seconds to try and regen his team back up, but Quadcore is around the corner and maybe just going to try and prey on those kills.
I can't help but go, why are you there, Chris Sava? Why were you not with the rest of his team? SNG had that team fight against RG. They had RG nearly down on his knees. However, Chris Sava's gone in. Going to try and be able to heal up Bloody. It's a 3-squad fight maximum between RG, SNG, and Quadcore.
I don't know if did Aimlocker regen up his allies. I can't see anyone else than Aimlocker. He might be the last member remaining of his team. I think he is actually. So that's a very unfortunate situation to be in. SNG did regen back up Bloody, so now they're going to be a 2-man squad altogether. But Quadcore, they're still once again still in that house right next door. Wolf from OnyX is going to be just around the corner.
SRY are also close to where Quadcore and RG and SNG are, just on the side, not Max, so we could see them joining in on the fight. OnyX Wolf staying so safe, so careful right now. Hype have 2 members left, Turtle and Snake. They're just in between the blue zone and the safe zone. They don't have to move that far, but they have got OnyX right in their sights, and OnyX know with all those smoke grenades that there is somebody there.
They did give away that location with those smokes in Pyramid. Some Car 98 action going to be coming out from Choc LCC, that huge sniper of Team Sorry. I can't wait to see if they're going to be able to try and take this game for themselves, as 9 teams are still on a board, 21 players all around. That's a lot of teams for very little amount of players in Pyramid.
It is Camp to win in outside of the safe zone, but not afraid. It's a 4-man squad to get a couple of shots onto Team 16. They get 2 knockdowns onto United Earth. Let's see if they can follow up. Smoke grenades are being thrown out by United Earth. They do have Lassini outside that safe zone, inside the blue zone. He has dropped down. That is United Earth squad wipe by Camp to win. Now Camp to win have got to move in to the safe zone, Maxman.
I mean, OnyX in the perfect situation. They're right in the center of this next upcoming zone. It's a pretty open area, very little amount of compound. So if you have the compound, that's going to be a great opportunity for you to take this game. ShiNiGaMi balck. They're Going to be also holding it with Quadcore. They've been fighting for this compound for the last few minutes in Pyram. A really nice cold war going on. They are going to have a little bit of spray action from Camp to win, securing 1 kill on Nomad Warriors. And that was Nomad Warriors swiped out, I do believe, Imperium.
That
in 8th
probably
position.
was indeed. OnyX did get another shot onto Camp to win. And do we see SRY following up by getting another couple of shots onto Camp to win? So we do see, Quad going in. Azrock gets knocked down. Pacific gets knocked down, but not without them taking out, I believe, SNG.
Yeah, SNG going to be swiped out. They're going to be losing a few of their members on the side of Quadcore knocked down, but they will be able to regen them back up, I do believe.
Yep.
No, they did have Pacific that did get taken down. Unfortunately, it was too low, and the tick damage was too important. As we have a rush from SRY, pulling the trigger on RG. Third person view does have the compound for himself, a little bit extra protection, but just 1v2 is a little bit too much. He's trying to run away from this fight as much as possible, but Quadcore is in the upcoming house, and he doesn't know what's going on. Can he regen them back up? He can, and he gets Quadcore. Let's go, baby, 1v3.
Oh my god, Quadcore did not see that coming. How did they not hear the footsteps? They were trying to regen up. Aimlocker came in there going, oh, there's 4 free kills for me. Squad wiped. Unbelievable play coming out from Aimlocker.
It was 3 kills going their way. And Aimlock, that was a very, you had to run away from a fight, found another one. Oh, is this Christmas? Early Christmas. Let's go. 3 kills for me.
Yeah.
Secured it nicely done. OnyX, they've been holding this position since earlier, but the zone is slowly moving against them. They're going to have a little bit of tick damage applied on them. So if you get knocked here, definitely not the best scenario to be in. They have 2 cars, a little extra layer of protection for themselves. Camp to win. Getting a lot of knocks throughout the board. 2 members still down. They only have an arc up, I do believe.
Yeah, and on a side note, Hyper's still in it, by the way, Maxon, and they actually have a very prime position. Turtle is the only one alive, Maxon, and he is inside the safe zone. Very close to OnyX by all means, but I really like where he's positioned because I don't think anybody directly sees where he is, if that makes sense.
Camp to win. They lost 2 members. 2 members still strong. That's going to be Akish and Disconnect. They do not have the compound. They do have a car. They seem like they're going to rush for compound right now, which I do recommend. I think that's a good move for them to do. Once again, very predictable when you are in that car, so maybe some teams want to take the opportunity, but they're rushing over to Turtle. Little do they know, Turtle is around the corner, just going to rush out, trying to pull off that 1v2. Can I do? I'm not too sure, but no! He got 1v2 snipe! Hype coming out from the power. Turtle absolutely shredding them to pieces.
Without barely any health taken by Turtle as well, so that does help his resources. He's now going to try and follow up. OnyX do see where he is, so he is on the back foot, Maxman. However, he's getting a couple of shots onto Can. He is knocking back Vegeta, making them really take their time. It's giving Hype Turtle more space. Vegeta is going to be the only one, and Wolf takes him out.
They get him through under the car right there, so they had a little bit of spot to go through. 3 teams remaining. That's going to be Team SRY, Team RGStar, Aimlocker. Unfortunately, as I said, that gets taken down. So now 2 teams remaining, SRY and OnyX. We were expecting OnyX to show up. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, a little bit disappointing, but then the top 2 for this last game, maybe their first chicken dinner in the semi-finals.
Yes, very well played. And SRY also coming back on top. They had a good second game. Max round finishing second. Now they are in the top 2 for this final game. They have 7 kills for their name. That's 7 kill points. Alex and Choco going through the grass like snakes. Maybe they've gotten a little bit of advice off SNG.
Gisu from Choc LCC too, but Choc LCC has been known to be a sniper, so short range. Don't know if it's going to really work out for him. Apparently not very well, because he's just going to get knocked right off the bat by Team OnyX. This is turning now into a 1v3 Imperium Alex. We saw clutch happening earlier from Team Hype with Turtle.
Afraid to move.
Can we have another clutch coming on through? He's really afraid to move. I do understand any kind of movement would give away your location. Yep. But now you see OnyX, I really like what they're doing. They know there's only one of their members still up, so they've got to try and split their efforts, try and get multiple lines of sight to try and overwhelm Alex with sheer power. As Grenade's going to be coming on through, and that's actually pretty nice.
That is nice indeed. So that's now officially SRY down to 1 member. 3v1 situation. He sees them prone and he knows whereabouts they are. That's going to be a potential knockdown onto Vegeta. Vegeta is knocked down. Wolf and Can will have an idea. However, Can is low on health. Vegeta is going to be down. This is going to come down to a 2v1 situation. Although Can is taking a lot of health, so he can't really do much. Alex is being excellently executed right now onto the side of OnyX. Let's see what can happen.
Khan was able to regen back up to 75% HP, almost barely taken down, but now they have the information, does get 1 hit marker down, so this might be the end of Alex's story, but look at that, get Khan once again, gets 2 kills for himself. Wolf, you're the last member remaining, and it seems like he is locked and loaded. He knows exactly where Wolf is standing. He's going to try and regen back up a bit, but man, how did he see them?
How has Wolf not responded? How has he not
know.
been able to blow through? He's got to have some idea.
No way.
Those bullet lines shine through. Is this going to be SRY, the heroes of the day? Alex going to potentially come out on top. He's fought through so much to get to this point, Max, man.
This is AKM versus M4 action. AKM has more damage per bullet, so you can out-shred the MKM, but the M4, sorry, but the M4 is a little bit more consistent. It's a little bit more stable also. You've got less recoil. So it's going to be very interesting, but now look at that. He does get a little bit of damage on Wolf. He gets a little knock. He was almost slow. Look at that. He can't even see his HP anymore. Let's go for the kill. He gets up, and that's going to be SOY turning it around. 1v3 situation going their way. Chicken dinner going for them.
Ridiculous play coming out for SRY. Alex with 6 kills. The whole team with 10 kills, Max, man. But you still got to give credit to the likes of OnyX, RG, Hype, Cam2Win, Quad, and the likes of the others, because they pull out some fantastic plays, especially OnyX finishing in second, getting 9 kills for their name.
SRY, they got a win, a chicken dinner on day 1, day 2, another one going themselves. OnyX, though, second position, still, like, they could have played that way better, though. Like, I think they were not communicating enough. Like, they saw where the shots were coming from. They should have communicated at that point.
We normally see when these things happen with other teams, Maxman, you'll get a retaliation where they'll see where he's positioned and they'll be able to take him out. So, you know, as we do see, the highlights are coming through, Maxman. T25 being affected by SRY once again, showing why they came out on top.
You know, the Hutch just fading every single team in this game in Pyram, unfortunately. That was a nice swipe out coming out. Also, that was a nice run over. Also on KharDimaghh. KharDimaghh again swiped out really nicely. That was Nomad Warriors. They were having a really bad situation to work with, but they were able to make their way out of it for some period of time. So Quadcore did leave that compound, so it left Nomad a little bit of time and room to breathe. Really enjoyable for them.
That
was a nice one.
By Aimlocker, having a 3-man kill all to himself just like that, and we did see. You got to give credit to Hype. Hype Turtle did so much in that game to try and pass through, but that car blow up, I believe, got the final blow. SRY down to 1 member. Alex, 3v1 situation. Boom. Vegeta knocked down.
Almost got Can 2 in that spray. Like, almost got him, but Can did regen back up, was a med kit, back to 75% HP. Going to get the second spray. Gets the knock on Can. When they knocked at that point in time, it's basically like you're dead. Can't do anything out of it.
Exactly.
So, and then it turned into 1v1. SOI just got up. Once again, like, that was really smart because, like, what he was doing, he was spraying in the grass. He would do that from 1v3 scenario to 1v1 scenario. He would spray, see when he gets a hit marker, and when he gets that hit marker, he knows where the target is located, and then he can just get up and get that finishing blow. That's what he did, and SOI securing, once again, that chicken dinner. 2 chicken dinners in 2 days. Great plays from this team.
Definitely helping with their overall consistency, their overall averages. Team OnyX creeping up the leaderboards for now with that 31.2nd place. RGStar, once again, getting a decent result, finishing in 3rd place, also on 22 points. And also, RG, Hype, and Cam2Win all got the same amount of points, Max, on 22 points each. So that shows that just the amount of plays that were coming out between the shots, between kills, between point standings. Give credit to Hype.
Also, this is the semi-final, so teams are going to be way more even than what we had in the group stage. Going to have this now head-to-head standoff of these 2 beautiful teams, Team SOI and Team OnyX. SOI with 10 kills, securing 3 of those 10 kills at the last few minutes of the game in Pyram. Nicely done once again. 9 kills going over to Team OnyX, and look at that overall overall points going their way. 40 points, that's 9 more points than for going over to Team SOI.
Also on the side note, OnyX did do a little bit more damage than SRY, but partly that came down to
it was a lot of knocks.
A lot of knocks, but also SRY were in the safe zone for a little bit longer, whereas OnyX did have to kind of fight their way through a bit, so they did have to come up across a couple more fights to get to that point. So great play by all these teams. Such a fantastic 4 games that we had, Maxman. Some great teams coming on through that had not done that well in the group stages, but proving that they have what it takes to qualify for regionals. And then some teams really failing to live up to expectations.
The teams who are at the lower part of the standings in the group stage have been like really showing up, specifically like team like Cam2Win. They've been doing like, well, the two middle games, like Game 2 and Game 3, were a little bit all around the board, but we're now going to have this little bit of a close-up on the overall standings. Team SRY take the lead with that last chicken dinner.
Yeah.
That was really worth it. And it was 177 points for themselves. Nomad Warriors in third position. Cam to win then once again second. They're fine.
Just to really quickly point out, like 177, 173. 3 of those kills in the last game were in the last second. So that shows how much kill points do make a difference in this game. But as we climb through, as you said, Nomad Warriors in third. Team OnyX finishing in fourth overall. That's really not bad.
Not too shabby.
RG in fifth. But Hype in sixth, Maxon. A team that hadn't done that well in group stages got through on the last day to come into the semi-finals on day 2 and be 6th overall. Damn, that feels good, man.
But also, Hype is in Team A. So they have
True.
already their 8 games.
8 games,
Yeah,
yes.
Team Hype have 8 games under their belt. So that means that now their score is locked for the weekend. That means all the teams from Group B and Group C, so for the likes of Trusted Process, United Earth, SOLTISQUAD, they're going to be able to climb back up tomorrow in the leaderboards.
Do you want to talk about SNG because you mentioned that? They're lying in 10th and they've had 8 games, whereas the likes of Nova and Rose and Gamers of Pakistan, Maxon,
4 games.
they've only had 4 games. So, to be honest, that kind of shows how overall disappointing SNG have been. And even when you look at the likes of ELEMENTRIX and CS Pro game in Pakistan as well, you know, they've got all the chances to actually jump ahead of SNG. So
SNG is in
will
a
want to-
Group C, though, so they're going to be playing tomorrow again.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're playing.
Oh, my apologies.
Nah, it's fine, it's
My
fine.
humble
But
apologies.
yeah, so they're going to be playing again tomorrow. So like SNG, they can still like rack up a few extra positioning points
fair
for
enough,
themselves.
fair enough.
But yeah, so that was the overall standings after this day 2. A lot more action happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Vikendi, Sanhok, double Erangel. So a repeat of what we had on Friday.
No more Miramar for now.
No more Miramar.
Feels
no,
bad,
no
man.
more bumpy cars time.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll get over it. I'll just have to play some Miramar action on PUBG Mobile tonight.
Yeah, on your Vivo smartphone.
No, it's
No, you don't
not.
have one.
No, it's not.
We're overselling it right now. But anyways, as you guys can see once again, day 1, day 2, Group A versus B on day 1, A versus C on day 2. And tomorrow we're going to have some B on C action. Once again, as I said, Vikendi, Sanhok, double Erangel going to be happening. Same time, same place tomorrow. Once again, if you're watching us live on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, please don't hesitate to hit that like, follow, or subscribe button to know when we do actually go live.
Of course, and if you want to check out all of the action that we had today, look back on the VODs, check what happened in the group stages, how we got to this point in the PUBG Mobile Club Open. You can head on over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com. All the information for Wildcard region, for all the other regions that are being featured in the PUBG Mobile Club Open. I believe over 300 teams are battling out for this $2.5 million prize pool,
Yeah,
Max.
300 teams going to be shared between EU, NA, SA, Middle East.
Yeah, so many.
Wildcard, you like just have so many different teams all around. And once again, all these teams all around the world are battling it out for $2.5 million
good, man.
cash prize. So they have to try and take this seriously.
They are indeed.
And they
And
have been.
that's why we're seeing some of these teams really creeping up that hadn't done that good in group stage, because they're kind of maybe they give themselves a bit of a slap in the face and kind of gone, okay, we need to get our stuff together.
Yeah, I'm specifically thinking of teams like T25, KharDimaghh. They're going to have to try and rethink their
course.
total process, because right now they're not trusting the process like one
This
other
guy,
team.
This guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go. But anyways, this was day 2 of the semi-finals of the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split, brought to you through the power of Vivo, the official sponsor and smartphone of this split. My name was Maxman, joined with Imperium. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, stay awesome as always, and we'll see you all tomorrow for some more PUBG action.
Up your game. Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
play PUBG Mobile for free.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?